everyone you ever thought you knew. Let it die. I know you're sad and feeling broken hearted. He left your heart a house that's haunted. Let it die. Let go of everything you ever wanted, of everyone you ever thought you knew. Let it die.
It's showtime.
Who are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Karl
This is all just for the radio.
and Mike.
We have a lot of business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
WATS.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? You won't find another show about social media that only covers Truth Social. I'm your host, Karl. With me this week, coming back from a week off, it's my buddy, Blind Mike Geary in the house. What's going on, man?
You wouldn't call it a week off if you were in that car, Buster. But it was lovely. It was a lovely time, and I'm glad to be back.
I felt for you. Not gonna lie. There are rumors going around that Opie was just hired to replace Howard Stern, and that I won't read your super chats. The latter is simply not true. I do read every super chat that comes in, and of course you can always take advantage of the super tip system, supertip.gg/WATP, if you'd like to make the show about you and interrupt with fun AI voices. Now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, Mike, I know that intro is grueling, but we're past that now. We're ready to get into the show proper.
Yes.
And we do something on this show that I'm actually surprised Chille hasn't copied, and more podcasters who are watching this stuff hasn't copied this.
Right.
Because what we do is we don't just start playing clips and reacting to them.
No.
No.
It's hack. It's been done before.
Everyone does it.
Yeah.
Right? So what we do is we do this thing where Mike and I have a little conversation, a little back and forth, banter, if you will. And the only way that you can start having a banter section is with a banter sounder, of course.
Karl and Mike gonna talk about what they like. They're gonna chew the shit, as it's been said. And you know when you get to this part of the show, well, it's time for the banter. 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 All right.
People get excited for the banter. E-Rock's in the chat yelling banter in all caps.
Oh, that's big.
A lot of people come for the banter and then they're like, oh, they're watching social media clips. I'm out of here.
Right.
Like, this is really probably the best part of the
I really
show.
love the first 5 minutes, but I tuned out.
Yeah. We should have a meeting after this. Maybe we should start doing the banter at the end to keep people engaged.
Now that's interesting.
Could you imagine that we get to the show? I'm like, so anyway, what have you been up to this week? All right. That's actually a really bad idea. Let's not do that. So I do want to know what it was like traveling with Rimo. I was on with Casey Day last week on WATS. We played a lot of video clips of you in the car and you at restaurants. And
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about how interested Casey is in watching me in the world. He's like, you never get to see Blind Mike outside of his studio. I'm like, you do if you live with me, or you hang out with me.
Well, I'll be honest. I was excited to hang out with you in Boston. That was the first time we interacted, and it wasn't just like on screens.
True.
So I get it. I understand why Casey also feels that way, being a guy who's very involved in your shows.
It's thrilling, but no. So the first couple days,
Yeah.
Rimo in particular, you guys played the clips. He was on one. He was I think very excited to be part of it, and he was just yapping away. Yeah. And then early on, like the first hour of the trip, Gus was getting like car sick, so I thought it was going to be a disaster, and I was in a bit of an uptight mood. But I gotta say, as most road trip bromance comedies that I grew up with go, by the end of this thing, we were all best friends. I love these guys. We're brothers.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that because you are the talent, as Vito Giswaldi would say.
Sure, yeah.
I noticed that they let you sit shotgun. Did you sit shotgun for the entire trip, or did you guys mix it up a little bit?
I did. I think that's more...
Good for you.
I think that's more because me and Justin know each other the best. That's probably why. I did many times offer the front seat, and it was sort of an empty gesture because I didn't really want to give it up, but
No.
I was nice about it. But I heard concern on this program. You guys were worried that I was in that room with them.
Well, what we saw was the arrangements in the hotel room with two guys on the same bed, and I was very concerned they would treat you that way.
I made it clear that if I was going to go, my one request was I wanted my own room, and I think that ultimately saved me. It gave me a reprieve from some of the wackiness going on. But I also want to clear this up. You said, why is Kirk doing this to these people?
Yes.
I got to be honest. Kirk said, like, don't worry about it. Get your own rooms. Justin demands. He says, like, he thinks it's funny, I guess. He's like, no, we all have to be in the same room. And I think he was, like, genuinely upset with me that I ruined that.
That was Justin's idea?
Yes.
To sleep with Rimo?
Yeah.
I mean, I get doing things for the bit. I totally get that.
Justin's a bit heavy bit guy.
Wow,
I
okay.
appreciate he's committed to it, and, it gets exhausting at times, but I do appreciate it about him.
Yeah, and I should mention, just backing up real quick, Mike, last weekend, the reason why he wasn't on the show is because there was a live Kirk Minahan show in Iowa that you had to drive 20 hours each way to.
Yes.
And the drive back is the worst.
You know what's weird about this? Because the beginning was so, stories of retarded men ejaculating on people's feet and all that wackiness that you guys played, the ride back was kind of relaxing. Everyone was turned off.
Wore themselves off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rimo was all rambunctious the first couple days, and he was tuckered out by the end.
How was the show?
The show was great. It's we did it last year. It's a thing where Kirk basically gave away. Barstool does like these Black Friday sales every year, and get very into it. And so Kirk offered there's some contest where basically the winners can pick a live show wherever they want. And so this guy picked this small town in Iowa, and the venue kept changing. So it wasn't like a ticketed event. We were kind of just like show up if you want to, but we didn't know how many people were in Iowa. And so this guy had to change the venue like 2 days before the show. So it was 1 p.m. on Friday with a random venue, and like, I don't know, 20 or 30 people showed up, which is pretty good considering the circumstances. So ultimately, it was very cool. David Collins showed up.
I was going to ask if you hung out with David Collins at all, so he was there.
I saw David Collins. He seemed a little salty with me. Kirk has no idea who David Collins is.
Why would he?
And at the end, Kirk was like, I don't know, anyone have anything for us? David Collins raises his hand immediately and says, this man has been very rude to me, referring to me.
So what's your beef, or what's David Collins' beef with you?
I don't know that I didn't call him because I was in Iowa.
Oh, well, that is fucked up. I would have gotten in touch with David.
I probably should have, but I was like, we're kind of in and out here. I'm not hanging out with people,
What the fuck? How many times have you been to Rochester in the last couple of years? Are you doing this to me too?
We did stop at Buffalo for lunch.
Fuck! What the hell? Jesus, Mike, you're not a very good friend, are you?
I guess not. Sorry.
Was
Dad.
that his main beef with you? I know he used to have a show on your channel he doesn't have anymore. Are there other things, other fallouts with David?
I don't think so. I can't tell with David because it's a character that I can't break him from. Or it's the real guy. I'm really not sure, but
who knows? Okay.
Who knows, yeah. I did hear I have to watch his show to prep for mine this week because I heard it was very funny. Whatever he did involving me, I heard good reviews about. So
okay, good. Yeah, I will say I did hang out with David Collins when he was driving to Boston from Iowa. He was doing the reverse thing you did. And he stopped into Rochester, and we got breakfast in the morning. And then we did his show in my basement over here. Well,
you did me dirty because he refers to that as another way that I sandbagged him, where he says I didn't hang out with him in Boston. And he's like, Karl visited with me.
Fuck yeah, man. I'm like, what time are you going to be in town? Let's get together. Yeah. My treat. Let's go. And he never breaks character.
He gave me I think I have it here. He gave me a hat. I lost it already. He gave me a Bud Light hat.
Okay, well.
Because I'm a Shane Gillis fan.
Okay, well, that's stupid. The other thing I want to talk to you about, you guys remember Will Tay? I know this is making the rounds. People are talking about Will Tay. I'll play you some videos she put out.
Okay.
Close to 10 years ago now. So to give you a reminder of what Lil Tay used to be up to on the social media circuit.
You already know what it is. Lil Tay just got a brand new Jaguar. This car cost me $130,000, bitch. No grown-ass man hating on me, but that ain't changing nothing. I'm still gonna be rich. I'm the youngest flexer of the century, bitch, and I'm only 9 years old.
How many houses?
She was had a stack full of cash in her hand that she was just
Okay.
chucking all over the street while
I like
sitting
that.
in her
Seems like a
expensive car.
well-parented youngster.
Yeah. No, she's definitely, things are going well.
This. My house is like way bigger. I have 4 houses. My houses are bigger.
So that's how she got some fame on social media, by just being a little brat,
Nice.
little 9-year-old brat with all this money and all these cars and all this stuff. Well, Mike, she recently turned 18 years old.
Sweet.
Wow. If you are excited about that, I do have some good news for you.
Okay.
She did start an OnlyFans.
Oh, fantastic.
And what she's billing this is the youngest ever OnlyFans model at midnight 01 of her birthday.
Jesus Christ.
She started taking nudes.
It makes you respect. That's how weird this is. That it makes you respect the Catch Me Outside girl, because she
Right.
made an OnlyFans when she turned 18, and everyone subscribed, and then she was like, "Y'all are perverts. Look what you're doing."
Lil Tay is fine with it. In fact, Lil Tay recently posted on her social media how much money she made. She made over $1 million in the first 3 hours of this thing
Boy,
launching.
that is a dark commentary on society.
Well, it's worse than that, Mike. It's actually worse than that, because what she did was, in 2023, she started taking pre-orders. There's a 16-year-old girl
Oh, God.
who's like, "Do you want to look at me naked in a couple of years? Give me
They'll-
money now." and
How
I'll
do they
make
allow
sure."
that?
How do they allow that? It's a great question. I didn't know OnlyFans had a thing where it's just like, "Hey, if you're watching like 13-year-olds online and you want to sign up for someone 5 years from now, click this button."
Sign up
No
for our
thanks.
grooming section for young prospects.
It's fucking crazy. So anyway, she's showing her receipts. So this is the post that she put out. "Not bad for 3 hours. We broke the fuck out of that OnlyFans record." And she shows a total of $1,024,298.09. And the breakdown is subscriptions were 511,000 of that. Tips were 26,000. And messages were 486,000.
Oh,
Can you
love
imagine?
to see those messages.
What a message with this brat. This fucking idiot. So that's the news of Lil Tay. And you got to think, the subscriptions being at 500,000, if she keeps it up, that's 500,000 a month that she's making before tips and stuff. That's pretty good.
But it does, I guess it's an evolution. Because when I was a kid, I remember we had countdowns that people would be very public about for like Britney Spears and like teen idols of the time, where it's like, "Hey, when she turns 18, I'll fucking tell you what I'll give her."
The Olsen twins is the best example of
The
that.
Olsen twins is
Everyone
one.
talk about the Olsen twins turning 18, and then they turn into fucking ghouls.
Yeah.
No one wants to fuck those two.
Yeah, it shows you perverts. They're not
Yeah,
always right.
see?
But now, you think like, oh, we've evolved over time, but it's really we just do it in silence now, I guess.
Yeah, you just sign up,
Yeah,
from your home office. No one has to know about it.
yeah.
All right, well, Mike, I'm excited to tell you that one of our fine, upstanding listeners in our Discord signed up for Little Tay's
Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to offend.
OnlyFans. And
I'm sure
I'm
you're a
not going to
lovely
give out.
pervert.
I'm not going to give out the name. I don't know if they're worried about it or not, but I won't. But it turns out, once you sign up for her OnlyFans, what you get is not some saucy nudes or maybe a topless pic or two or a silhouette. You don't get anything like that. No. You get a menu. And let me read you what this menu is.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Now I'm interested.
So you sign up for OnlyFans, which is a site I do not use, and I need to get on it because I can make it a write-off. It is a
For
business
research,
expense. Yeah,
yes.
right. I know. I should be on here more often. But it turns out once you give her the money to be a monthly subscriber, you then get the opportunity to give her $125, and it says get pinned and an exclusive only video. So $125. I don't know what getting pinned means, but you get a exclusive video. If anyone in the comments wants to tell me what being pinned means, won't be embarrassing at all. That you know that, please let me know.
Is that like a pinned comment that like stays at the top?
That's how I know pinned, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's $125.
You also must love that marketing bullshit where it's like you get the opportunity to pay her $125.
I'm the one who said that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just ingrained in you.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if you know this. I used to be in marketing. For $225, you get that plus my Snapchat and my eyes only camera roll.
Oh.
So you get to wiggle your way into her Snapchat. I'm sure you'll be the only person she's messaging with on there.
Yeah, definitely.
For $1,000, this is the third thing. And so we're already up to $1,000.
Okay.
You get all of that plus custom voice notes from the youngest flexer herself
Oh.
and my most private pics.
It's not even like, hey, listen, if you think 18 is wrong, change the law, as I say. You know, if it's illegal, go with God.
Sure.
What is bizarre to me is like advertising it as, hey, you want to flirt with the youngest girl in OnlyFans history? Like that being the selling point is what's creepy about this.
Yeah, right. I guess it's not her breast size that is attracting people. I would have come up with something different. Anyway, and then here's the last tier on here, $10,000.
Reasonable. This is like GG33's categories.
For $10,000, you better suck your dick, I would think. All right. Anyway, no, it says everything above, and I can't even tell you on here what you get.
Ooh.
Then she says, tip me $69.69 and I'll tell you in private. So if you want to give this woman $10,000, you first have to tip her $70 and then she'll tell you what you're going to get to give her $10,000.
I mean, how fucking rock hard is that guy at all times to be like, all right, fine, here's your fucking tip. Now what are you going to give me, bitch?
Well, it is interesting because you would think the fact that I can't even tell you on here, my thought is prostitution.
Right.
Like, all right, cool.
It's the only possible way it would be worth $10,000.
It still would be, no, it definitely would not be worth $10,000.
Sure.
But I guarantee it's not that. It's going to be a letdown.
Of course. It's not- it would be a bad idea to go about prostituting yourself and being like, hey, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Oh, message me? Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. No problem.
Well, you're right. Yeah, you
Definitely
get caught.
not the FBI or something.
Also, she's a millionaire now, so I'm guessing she's not looking to turn tricks.
Right.
But what do I know? It's 2025. There's a lot of weird things going on.
And more power to her if people are willing to pay it. But it is bizarre.
Well, she's doing very well, it turns out.
Hats off to you, sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah, good for her. I have a feeling that whatever it is at $10,000, probably could have spent that money better.
It's going to be nudes. At
Well,
best.
it could be like a live video 1-to-1 chat or something.
I guess.
Yeah.
But even still.
Maybe it's just like, I'll compliment your boner. I don't know. What do you want from me? I'll tell you how big you are for $10,000.
Porn is free. Like, do this once we have to put our IDs in every state. But before that, just go watch porn. What are you doing?
And all this shit leaks anyway. Like all the OnlyFans, ask Keanu Thompson. All this stuff leaks. People see it anyway. But yeah, the OnlyFans thing. I mean, if this is true, that she made $1 million in 3 hours, then she's going to have a fantastic career and then a crazy drug addiction. And then she's going to hit rock bottom. And that's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
She seems built for success. Based on the first video you showed, it seems like her parents probably told her, put all this money in a high yield savings account, invest in the S&P 500. I think it's all going to be very smart.
I'm sure her dad has a world's greatest dad mug that he drinks his coffee out of every morning.
Out of the way, honey. Fastest to $1 million.
All right. It is about the achievements in life. And one of the ways we achieve our goals is with supertip.gg/WATP.
My foolish travel mates thought I was blind. Little did those punk-ass bitches know that I'm a beast at playing Punch Buggy.
Were you playing Punch Buggy in the car?
We played Bag or Carcass, which is a different version of that.
Scuzzbag, $5. Hey, Mike, tell Casey Day to stop pretending he loves Craig. Nobody can love that guy.
It's a clear simmering rivalry that those two have, that they clearly hate each other, but neither of them admit it. So, and, I don't want to divide those two, certainly. So I try to keep it bubbling below the surface.
Prairie Judge, member for 7 months, says, did Mike have to use the Christie poop bucket? Oh, God.
I don't know that reference.
Oh, yeah. That came up on WATP yesterday. So Adam Bush was on Simpcast with Chrissy Mayer.
Oh, Chrissy, the Chrissy poop bucket.
Yeah, I should say Chrissy. Now do you know what this is?
No, it paints more of a picture for me now.
Okay.
But
Well, Chrissy told a story about traveling when she was younger with her sister and her father, and the dad would not pull over to stop for any type of bio breaks. And there was a bucket that would go around for pissing and shitting in the car.
pissing and shitting?
Well, that's what she said at first. And then she walked it back and said it was just for pissing. But either way, this sounds like child abuse to me. And Adam
pissing
did
is
not let it
disgusting.
go.
For a girl had to piss in a bucket in the car?
Yeah. Not
That
great.
is wild.
Yeah. I would agree with you on that. Rocco Orby on $5 says, Little Tay be like, got you fools. I posted 11:59 a.m. Y'all are going to jail, you PDFs.
Now that'd be a fun prank.
I did hear, I think it was my buddy Drew Lane was speculating there could have been some photos taken before she was, 18 and 1 minute or whatever.
I mean, there would have to be, right? If it was up there.
Well, I guess the actual site didn't launch until 3 days after, but the first photos were taken immediately.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll be honest, as a guy, a girl who's 18, 19, 20, 23, it's fine. There's a range there where we're not that worried about it.
Of course.
Yeah.
It is just funny to be like, if she was underage, I still would. But that day.
So stupid. Evan from Newfoundland says, sure, many are excited over Lil Tay turning 18. But how's Craig taking the news? Oh, yeah. He lost another one.
That's a sad day. He goes to a gravesite in Laser Rose,
All right. Mike, we have a game on this show. I have lots of games on my shows. I enjoy games.
Oh, yeah.
And we play this game on the show called Guess the Sound.
Carl say, Mike, hey, guess the sound. Is it girls farting or cute bunny rabbits snoring?
I think there was an update to that one now that I think about it. I should have taken that one off the board. So we had some suggestions from a voicemailer last week, how we can improve this game. And I agree. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the sound without anyone being able to see it, so people can play along who are watching the show.
Makes sense.
And then I think I should allow you to ask a couple questions.
I think generally, I suppose it's never been formally introduced, so I'll accept that as a rule. But you are pretty about if I ask for certain clarifications, you are pretty generous with that.
I am, but let's make some rules. I think
Okay.
you should get 2 yes or no questions.
All right.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to play this, not showing anyone. Listen closely.
Stand by. Here we go. Get ready. 4, 3, 2.
Okay. That's the video. Now I'm going to let you hear it again. I'm going to pop up on the screen.
Okay.
If anyone's making guesses in the chat, now is your time to do that. And we're going to watch this together and see if Mike, can you guess the sound?
Stand by. Here we go. Get ready. 4, 3, 2.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
Not a lot there. Not a lot
Is
to go
it-
by. Are you asking me a yes or no question?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it involving some kind of gymnastics?
It is.
Okay.
It's a good question.
Is it a child performing the act?
It's not a child.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to play it one more time.
All right.
And the first part's quiet. Listen closely.
Stand by. Here we go. Get ready. 4, 3, 2.
What do you got, Mike?
It is someone attempting. the move is what I can't get down from the sound, but I'm going to say someone attempting something like a pole vault and failing. Damn it.
Close. And by the way, thanks to Anthony Lipke for sending this one in. So what we're seeing here is a man on a TV set, actually CNN, to be more specific.
Oh.
And they're counting down, and we're going to roll in 3, 2, and then he attempts to do a backflip and lands right on the stomach.
Okay.
Smashes down
The
his
general idea I had, but not really the scenario at all.
Silent Shape says close enough. Giraffe says close enough. I do not. I call this an owl.
Fair. That's fair.
But you did get the gymnastics part right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
I don't know how I heard that, really. But
Yeah, no, it's good. All right, let's head over to Instagram. I got a couple things I want to show you.
All right.
Blinded like Blind Mike. Don't be a douche. Instagram in the night. Blinded like Blind Mike. Check out these reels. They might make you wanna fight.
This one was a suggestion in our Discord in the Who Are These Socials channel. Get in there, participate, post your links. This one is a woman being interviewed by the local news.
After women realized that Plan B pill she bought at local public store didn't work, she went back to buy emergency C powder.
Man, how I'm the one that got arrested when they the ones selling Plan Bs that don't work? I waited 3 days, and when I found out that Plan B didn't work, I came back up here. I was supposed to turn up then, but I didn't turn up then. I went in there and I tried to find a Plan C. I found something called Emergency. 3 more days had came by. It didn't
I
work.
swear to God, this is real. This woman was arrested, and we're going to find out why. But yeah, Plan B didn't work, so she went back to Plan C. It's like, emergency? Yeah.
This feels like the most racist thing. It feels fake.
It does. It certainly does.
It made me mad.
She then destroyed the baby section in the store.
So this time, what did I do? I took my anger out on my kids. I don't like them anyway. And y'all gonna sit here and force me to have another child? Baby, we not doing that. So I came in this Publix and I turned up. Turned everything every which way but loose. However them old people be saying it. I don't even know what to say because I'm kind of nervous. Y'all know they had put out a, they said I can't come back on the property no more, but y'all the ones that asked me to come out here and do a news interview.
So she's trespassing because she's in the parking lot doing this news interview after she destroyed the baby section of this Publix.
I like that they needed to be there. Like they couldn't be at her house. They're like, why don't you come back to the store?
Right.
So that's what I came to do, but I need a Plan C. If that ain't the Plan C, emergency, she talking about it's for your immune system or something like that. I feel like you trying to get smart. It's a little old caution lady. She's sitting there staring at me, laughing and stuff.
I can only imagine this Publix employee going, "Wait, what do you think this does?"
I like this
no,
lady. You
definitely
fucking
not.
smart with me?
Ma'am, definitely not.
My immune system, lady, I was slapped, but I ain't do that. I done been to jail so many times before, right? I ain't scared to go back. I only went one time for real. But I ain't make it out the holding cell or nothing, but they still put it on my record. So I feel like I'm about their life, and I did what I had to do. So if they charged me for being on the premises, y'all got to take that charge. And I said what I said. Y'all ready for me to start the interview? I'm a little nervous when I get on camera. Okay.
The chat thinks that I've been had on this one.
It does feel too ridiculous.
It is too ridiculous.
It feels like Anthony Cumia scripted it just to be like, see how they are?
Okay. All right. That's very possible.
And that last thing at the end there where she's like, all right, I'm ready for the interview. It feels they wouldn't have aired that, I don't think.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. Well, if I was the news director, I definitely would have aired that part.
She does a terrific job. If she's acting,
It's
kudos.
very good acting.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree with that. All right. Well, Adam Thoreau posted something from Instagram, and you've shown us a few times on TikTok. There's this pet psychic.
Yes.
Or a pet medium. She can
Yeah.
communicate.
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah, she can communicate with your dead pets or your living pets or whatever it is. And there's another woman over on Instagram who does this, and she's answering the question, do pets commit suicide?
Oh.
Do pets?
I've wrestled with this for a long time.
We all have.
Someone asked me the other day, do pets commit suicide? And sadly, the answer is yes. Oh, and by the way, this is
Damn
so
it,
far.
I had a feeling.
So they said,
Who bought this rope and this wobbly stool? Fluffy? Did you buy this? It's a call for help. What's going on?
well, why do they do that? Well, let me give you the story, okay?
Why?
I've been an animal communicator for over 30 years. And the first time that I knew that pets did commit suicide was when this little 16-and-a-half-year-old Jack Russell and I were talking. I talked face-to-face to spirits on the other side.
Sure.
And his mom was distraught with guilt.
Face to face.
And she just didn't understand why he left. And here's what he said. He said, I was 16-and-a-half years old. I had health issues, and Dad was just diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. And Mom needed to take care of Dad. So they lived on a farm, and he decided that he would go sleep behind the back tire of the tractor. And in the morning, when the mom got on the tractor to go out and feed the cows, she ran over his earth suit.
Okay. So this is
There's a lot there. Holy shit.
yeah, this is wild because it's actually if this animal is so intelligent, like I don't need to be around. There's a lot going on here. Mom's got to take care of Dad.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you not want to traumatize this woman?
Well, I mean, it becomes too. The tire said Rex was here, so it's like, how do you avoid confronting the obvious?
Crazy.
And he left to go to the other side. And she came back and she found the earth suit and she was just distraught. She thought it was her fault.
Rusty Mert says Stuttering John's cat definitely committed suicide. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's true.
This is too much.
That is true.
Can I ask, am I missing
Yeah.
something, or is Earth suit? Is this what I'm in right now?
Yes, yeah. We're
Okay.
wearing our Earth.
I just
suits
wanted to
right
make
now.
sure.
Yeah. Things are better on the other side, Mike.
Oh, definitely. I have
You're
no doubt
much
about
more
that.
slender. Girls like you. It's a whole
Oh, wow.
other thing. Yeah, it's great.
And in the reading, she wanted to know, why did you do that? And the Jack Russell said, I love you more than anything in the world. And I know that handling my health issues and handling Dad's would be too much for you. So I made the decision to leave.
You could have just killed the father, right? Like just rip the guy's throat out, then you could just be the one around. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've been in that. I've been there, man. When you're feeling blue like that, you don't have the motivation.
That's true.
You know, you start to
So
blame
that you could
yourself.
take care of Dad. And she started crying. She said, I never thought about that. And he said, I wanted to say that I love you both. And my time was done. And we had finished what we came to do.
So this woman runs over her dog, goes to this pet medium who goes, no, the dog actually wanted you to run it over. She's like, okay, well, thank you. That's a relief. Could you imagine just telling people what they want to hear all day that you're living?
I was worried I thoughtlessly drove over my dog.
Yep, definitely not. That's what he wanted to have happen.
Oh, well, then here's my money. There's no reason for me not to pay.
What else do I think I fucked up and actually was the right thing? Remember when you invested in that property in Cape Coral? No, that was actually a great decision. Well, thank you.
That was
That's
the
what I
dog.
thought.
The dog made you do that.
And now you need to take care of Dad. So he chose to leave. But here's what you need to know. When a pet leaves, they have already exited the fursuit before the fursuit becomes deceased, and they don't feel pain.
Thought it was
I'll
an
say that
earth-
again.
Jesus Christ.
When they exit the fursuit or the earth suit,
There we
they
go.
don't feel pain, and they do that before the event occurs when they've made that decision. Now, if you'd like to hear the
Sounds like this woman rolled over that dog really slowly.
Well, this was
It's like,
worth
oh,
every penny, man. Thank you.
Whoops. Like, no. Also, he didn't feel pain. Don't worry about it.
Turns out this was all perfect. This was exactly what I wanted to hear. That's weird.
Mom tell the story? I have a radio show called Alive Again. It's on iHeartRadio and Pet Life Radio. And there's the episode where the
Sorry,
mom tells the
E-Rock, but
story.
your company should be sued.
I know. I was just thinking that's on iHeartRadio.
And that's how I learned that pets can choose to commit suicide. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned and watch us on YouTube. Lots of videos over there. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, if they're all batshit crazy, then I'll probably check it out. Thank you. Let's head over to you, Tim.
I'll stop the show and watch YouTube.
You were checking in our boy Chille DeCastro, delete Lawz.
Yeah, thank God I was. It seems like things are not going well.
What do you mean?
He's tangled up in another lawsuit.
He loves being tangled up
that's
in
a-
lawsuits.
Oh, then things are going perfect.
Yeah, this is his favorite pastime. He's suing people. He's got lawsuits. He loves this shit.
I don't know, though. It seems like you might not know what this lawsuit is about.
All right,
Falling on hard times.
all right, yeah, good point. Let's look into this.
Now, I'll give you guys a little bit of the background before I go into the lawsuit. What was the date, Randall? Was it November or October 23rd when they porn bombed the channel?
November 22nd, 2020.
I don't know how we missed this.
November 20.
Holy shit! Someone porn bombed his channel in November.
Yeah, I don't know how we missed it. I don't think we ever talked about it, right?
I don't know. I don't remember any of this happening.
My guess would be he never talked. The video is deleted immediately, and he never talked about it. But he gets into it here.
Okay.
22nd, 2024. This guy who goes by Irish Demon on YouTube, him working with my ex-assistant who's known as Piss Jug, what they did
This is the
they
work
put
of Piss Jug?
I thought I trusted Piss Jug, but turns out my instincts were off on him.
I knew when Irish Demon and Piss Jug got together. That's like the Joker and Two-Face running around.
On my YouTube channel. Now, since November, because the algorithm, YouTube is on a certain algorithm, my channel has been completely decimated financially. I used to make a decent living on YouTube, and now I really, really don't. I mean, I wish I could say that I did, but it's decent. You know what I mean? I know what struggling is, and I'm certainly grateful for what I do have, but the algorithm that I used to have is no longer on my channel because they porn bombed me. The channel was deleted for 2 or 3 days. YouTube then helped me establish that I was in fact hacked, and they can trace the origins of that hack. And so then they put my channel back online. But ever since then, I haven't been able to have any financial success like I had previously on YouTube.
Is there anyone with worse luck than Chille DeCastro? I mean, imagine, you're on the Power Rangers, that falls through. There's a no-knock raid just because you're selling the date rape drug, and they catch you with that. Unjustly locked up. This guy's porn bombing your YouTube channel. Everything bad happens to this guy.
Imagine what this poor guy's dog would do to himself, living in that world. It's very difficult for old Chille, and I got to say that he might have a hard time with this. So Kaylee and I discussed the Ethan Klein lawsuit and how that will be precedent setting.
Yes.
This lawsuit, if Chille wins, could change everything. If I can just sue people because my videos aren't getting as many views as they used to, look out.
Oh, man. I'll sue everyone.
I'm coming for all of you.
Well, I think Aaron Imholt's going to be at the front of that line suing people because his videos, no one watches his videos anymore.
But here's the problem, and I don't know how well versed many judges are on this, so I don't know what kind of a case Chille's going to get here. But what I noticed, and I think what you and I have discussed well before November of last year, is Chille's numbers seem to be down because he wasn't doing audits anymore.
Right, he wasn't fucking with cops. He was developing his board game. And
he wasn't being
about the Constitution.
Oh, we'll get to the board game. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
but he was too worried about other stuff, and he wasn't getting in jackboot thug pigs' faces and calling them dirty slobs. Like that was the moneymaker.
But he claims it's because he was porn bombed, and it fucked up the algorithm because his YouTube channel was taken down. I know another person who had their YouTube channel taken down after porn bombing occurred. And they complained about it, but it turns out
nobody cares.
That's right. Lisa Boswell lost her channel.
Rest in peace, old friend.
And lost her life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, Chille, look out!
Yeah, that's what's next. Let's find out what kind of porn we're talking about here, since we're on the case.
Once inside Irish Demon's broadcast once inside of my YouTube channel, Irish Demon then broadcasts graphically gay pornography to plaintiffs' deletees.
Graphically gay.
That was my favorite. That's really the only reason I wanted that clip. The phrase graphically gay.
It's not even what it says in the document. It just says graphic gay pornography. But he goes, it's graphically gay.
This was gay, and it wasn't just gay, folks. Graphically gay. Imagine the gayest you've ever seen.
Well, yeah, he does go on to explain this a little bit.
Severely gay.
Which is crazy.
Delete Lawz YouTube channel. Content so explicit and shocking that YouTube took action, suspending plaintiff's account and cutting off his ability to stream, post, or monetize content for days. During the illicit broadcast, Irish Demon also posted a chilling message meant to impersonate. "Never mess with us. We always win," is what he put as a comment from my account. The consequences were devastating. Plaintiff's reputation was smeared, his subscribers horrified, and my revenue was shattered, which is true.
You know, whenever I see a YouTube channel, especially one like his that's got hundreds of thousands of subs, and then all of a sudden they just start putting out gay porn, I always go, that's probably the creator who's doing that. he probably's had enough of this YouTube and just wants to nuke the whole thing.
Oh, I knew it was a matter of time before he was showing me a little gay stuff is okay, but this is graphically gay.
A couple guys necking, yeah, that's fine.
Who's not into that?
Liberal enough for that, but graphically gay. It just seems odd to me that YouTube's policy is based on a thing where it's like only your enemies would do this to you, and then YouTube's like, yeah, fuck you, we're on your enemy's side, you're done.
Well, it's going to be hard to prove if YouTube was like, oh, yeah, geez, sorry about that. It obviously wasn't you. Here's your channel back.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to then prove that YouTube was also like, but fuck with his views. Like,
make sure no one can find it.
Don't show him anyone. Don't show anyone the videos.
Well, this gets even crazier because this is a lawsuit like we're talking about. We're discussing. He's showing the document. He's reading through it. And who is he suing with this?
Venue is proper. The parties. I'm a California resident. We believe he lives in Ireland. If anybody has, and remember, we will go to absolutely any lengths to make sure we hold him accountable. So I'm willing to take in any information from any person to make sure that we track this guy down and we hold him.
They don't know who the fuck this is.
It's Tim Dransky, Chille. Attack.
Right, yes.
Swarm.
Let's see if Cardiff can help get out of the case. He doesn't know who he's suing.
When he said that, I was like, wait, you don't know who it is? And this feels very stuttering John. Maybe I'm the naive one here. I could just be an idiot with how this stuff works. But Chille, he said something at some point. He's like, we think he's in Ireland because the IP address, when he went live on my channel, it said it was from Ireland.
Right.
To
Which
me,
means nothing.
Wouldn't that be, he could just be using like a VPN or something,
Of
right?
course.
Or he could just been in Ireland that day.
Yeah, anyone can make it look like they're from anywhere. Right. And his name is Irish Demon. He's like, I think he lives in Ireland. We'll find him. Thanks. No problem.
We've narrowed it down to probably a country.
I'm accountable. Go ahead, Randall. I've just been reading the lawsuit.
No, it's all right. So I was saying in the chat that someone screen recorded like 10 minutes of it, of the porn bomb. So if anyone wants to see it, I have it.
Wait, why would anyone want to see this graphically gay porn?
This is his lawyer, by the way. It's
I know.
And Chille's like talking about how great a lawyer he is, and then he's like, "Hey, if anyone wants to see it, I've got it.
I've got the originals. Just email me. I'll send it to you." What?
I mean, it's. So I've lived in West Hollywood for over 20 years. So to me, I normally see same-sex couples. It doesn't really shock me. This content, however, is same-sex couples. It was pretty bad.
I told you.
Jesus. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Now I kind of want to know.
Your Honor, I want to be clear. I've seen man-on-man blowjobs before. I'm no prude. But this was horrifying.
I can't even imagine what he's trying to describe here. But it's crazy to me that someone would be like, listen, I've watched gay porn. I watch gay porn all the time. They don't get taken out of context.
I love gay porn.
There we go. Thank you for helping me out with that. But you're like, but this is the famous porn that took down Chille's channel. This is the one I need to see.
Right.
Like, this is extra special for some reason.
But Chille's also saying, like, listen, I watch gay porn. Gay porn, it's playing on my TV right now.
Of course.
I'm no slouch when it comes to gay porn, but this was too much, Your Honor.
Yeah, this got a little wild, even for my tastes, and I'm into it. I spent time in prison, Your Honor. I know all about this stuff. All right, well, this is the real crime here.
And there will be a new channel that I'll be creating.
Oh boy.
And I'll be doing a whole bunch of auditing. Like, people will be like, is this guy ever going to stop auditing?
Why does everyone talk like Trump now? People are going to be like, will this guy ever stop auditing? He's doing so much auditing.
So much auditing. It's going to be beautiful auditing. There's going to be a lot of auditing.
It's going to be a lot of auditing. People are going to be like, that's too much auditing.
But people probably just don't know enough about this stuff, so maybe it won't even come up in court. But to me, I'm watching this going, stop admitting that auditing is what your channel needs. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, well, what you guys are really going to watch is the stuff that I was good at before that I stopped doing around the time that my numbers went down.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I just have a lot of things going on, and I worked super hard to create a board game that I still have not presented, and I have it ready to present, but I'm honestly, and this is just the whole truth, I'm so busy on a hamster wheel, right, that I can't break off and spend a significant amount of time on my board game right now, because if I do, this channel could fail. And it's because I got porn bombed. It just tanked it. So
that's the only reason.
It's real. It's real. Analytics will show in court. What I'm saying is true. It's not at all a lie. It's not made up. Yeah. Revenue dropping.
Who's he arguing with?
What everyone's thinking, I guess.
Yeah, that's what's so funny. Like, he's got his attorney on there who's got his back, and he's going, I don't know why you're calling me a liar. I'm telling you the truth right now. I was like, no one's calling you a liar. To your face.
Well, what Chille's probably thinking is like, hey, you're a fucking idiot if you think that this occurred the same year that I spent 6 months in prison and then stopped auditing my channel. That's wacky talk. It's because, curse you, Irish demon, and now my board game is getting delayed because of this and only this.
75%, it's a big drop. It's a big drop in your paycheck. If you're making 1,000, if you're making 3,000, you're making 1,000. My revenue dropped by 75%.
That math is wrong.
That math is wrong. That's a 67% decrease.
Yeah.
From 3,000 to 1,000. That's easy math.
Close
too.
enough,
I'm a little disappointed in him, but he's an actor. What are you gonna do?
Being porn bombed. So,
still working on this board game, and he's claiming that he doesn't have any money and he's barely scraping by. Is there a lot of money in board games, Mike?
Just ask Milton Bradley, Carl.
I don't think he's really focused on the right thing if he's trying to make some revenue.
No, but what he's saying is this Irish demon deprived the community of so many things. Like, we all would have, generations would have benefited from that arduous board game he seemed to be constructing.
Dude, that board game, I think you covered it when I wasn't on the show. I think I was out in Texas.
Oh, maybe.
I remember listening to it, and he was going on and on about the research he's done into the Constitution and all of the Supreme Court justices over the decades. Like,
as I definitely pointed out on that episode too, was I don't know how many ladders are in the Milton Bradley office. He was constructing the game for some reason. I didn't understand why. If it was a board game that's supposed to be on your table, I didn't understand why there were so many tools involved.
If you play this game, you're going to need more space than Harrison Young needs for his living room baseball.
Yes.
To clear out the furniture, we were playing Chille's board game today. Going to learn about the Constitution.
Yeah, so it's a shame that got delayed more than anything.
He might be an idiot.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What do you want to get sued next?
Yay, super chats.
Oh, shit. I hope he's not watching this segment. He's going to realize how much money we have because of Destriga coming in on supertip.gg/WATP.
Your Earth suit is very heavy, Mike. Cone to the moon where it's very light.
My luck sucks, Carl. But the real reason is because I'm a complete piece of crap. I jerked off during the porn bomb, and I texted woke dad to hook up with him.
I love this Chille guy. He can clean my palette of ebony penis. Not that I'm going to stop thinking about those dark members across my chin.
Wow. A lot to unpack there. I didn't realize that Woke Dad and Chille were gay lovers like that.
Yeah.
I should have. Should have seen the warning signs. Heck Ride Studio says, Howard Stern, discuss.
Well, end of an era.
Yeah, I know. It's like Howard Stern's worth very little.
Oh, yeah, that show that I haven't paid attention to in 15 years.
Yeah.
Or more, I guess.
I will say the one thing I'm interested to see what happens with Howard is if Sirius buys the rights to his old shows, to the archive.
Yeah.
And if they're allowed to play episodes with Artie on them. Will they actually play the episodes that Howard refuses to play now?
Wow, yeah. I guess I hadn't thought of it in that way. That's a good point.
That's really the debate, because who owns the archives? Howard has really curated that thing to make it very vanilla. So you can't listen to anything interesting on Howard's
if he's
channels.
gone. Because why would they buy it if you can't play any? Because if that's the rule that it can't be anything with Artie, then that means it can't be anything that Howard doesn't sign off. Anything with fucking strippers or for better or worse, anything with Stuttering John. Say what you want about the guy, but any of those, like any of Howard's rivals or people that he wrote off or anything like that.
Daniel Carver of the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, all the things that Howard pretends never happened in his career, all the racist stuff and things that he was up to, is all been scrubbed. So if he sells this archive, I'm not buying it if I can't play the good episodes.
It's worthless.
It's worthless the way it is now.
And I would say, like, I think people maybe of my generation would say it's worthless just if he says no Artie. But there's so much stuff. If you go back to the 80s and 90s, there's so much stuff you could never play if Howard has his fingers in it.
Right. What was the owner of the Cincinnati Reds?
Marge Schott.
Yeah,
Billy West. You couldn't play some of Billy West stuff.
Right. Flatbush Tommy. Go ahead.
Howard's a weird guy because he's like the greatest broadcaster ever and the most disappointing. Like he's kind of disgraced himself and it's literally only his fault. Like there's not a thing that happened. It's he decided to turn his back on who he was. And there's no one with that drastic a drop, I don't think.
He became Imus.
But even I don't know enough about Imus. Did Imus just completely turn his back on who he was?
No.
Imus was saying nappy-headed hose, right?
That's true. That's true.
End.
No.
You know?
Imus was always a firecracker.
Yeah.
Flatbush Tommy finally caught this bastard Blind Mike live. He keeps ducking me and all his listeners with his lack of proper scheduling, unreal behavior.
I move around. I'm shifty like that. But yeah, I did say the next couple of weeks, the schedule might be fluid. We will be live Sunday at 10 a.m. this week.
Nice.
But I've got a big move coming up. So.
Oh, that's happening, huh?
Will bring. Oh, yes.
All right. Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Just don't miss any WATS. God
that shouldn't be a
forbid.
problem.
God forbid. All right. Do you want to see what's going on over on TikTok?
I'd love to.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. TikTok fucking blows.
This came in from David Evans, or Edens, I should say. And David asks, is this Aaron Imholt over on TikTok?
Water is my favorite drink, closely followed by cum. And in third place, ginger ale.
It's a fun top three.
Yeah. I mean, you could also have gone with Cardiff on this one, but...
yeah, but it's truer art if it's coming from Aaron, you know? You're like, this guy feels it.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in a certain mood to drink water, though. Because that might be the difference.
That's a good point.
The plus-size park hoppers. We've played them on the show many times.
Oh, yes.
And they're these women who range from 2X to 5X. The one woman is enormous.
I was going to say, it's quite a range, yeah.
It's wild. And what they do is they go to Disney and Universal and these different amusement parks, and they go on rides and stuff, and then they tell you if you're fat, which rides you can go on and which you can't go on. By the way, I should point out, I was doing a bonus show earlier today. We just launched a brand new program. It's called Weight Watchers. I do it with Dick Masterson, Vinny Paulino, Johnny, the audio engineer, and we had Taylor from PKA on the show.
Vinny betraying his old lifestyle. I don't care.
Yes, and we were checking out some large ladies from across the world, and really we're concerned about their health, Mike. The reason why we're shaming them, we want them to get healthy. We want them to do better.
Bullying is a service. There's something to that.
It is, yes. I actually suggested, obviously the LGBT community has Pride Month. Mm-hmm. I feel like the fatties need a shame month.
Sure.
That'd be really good for them. They just
I think that'd be very
an entire month. And then it was suggested that it be from Thanksgiving to New Year's.
That is perfect timing. If you're going to do it, that is when it should be done.
But let's start shaming these fatties and get them thinking twice about what they're doing. Well, the reason why I bring all of that up is because These plus-size park hoppers, what we watch them do is go on rides, and then they say whether they can fit in the ride or not. They tell you if it's comfortable or not, and they tell you if you should do it or if they enjoyed it. Well, this is a weird one from the Hebrew Hammer because it's just them eating all day. and Mike, I don't know.
Behind the scenes, why they can't fit in the seats.
Yes, that's precisely what this is.
Interesting.
Hey everyone, we're Plus Size Park Hoppers, and this is everything we ate in a day as plus size best friends at Disney's Magic Kingdom. We started our day by having lunch at the Plaza restaurant on Main Street. We find that the food tastes better.
I'm going to pause it right there. We started our day by having lunch. I think they're already skipping something that happened on this day. So let's keep that in mind as we're doing a little
Maybe they wake
count.
up late.
We're all doing a little calorie count on the back of the envelope
our
here.
day by having lunch at the Plaza restaurant on Main Street. We find that the food tastes better than any of the quick service options available at Magic Kingdom, and it's pretty affordable too. Katie started off with the Plaza loaded fries, which can be made gluten-free. These come with melted cheddar, bacon, green onion, and spicy sour cream. Ashley and I both got the triple-decker turkey club sandwich. This sandwich is really good, and it's our go-to every time we go. We also thought that the portion was pretty big for the price. Katie got the Chipotle barbecue pork sandwich with a gluten-free bun. And for dessert, she had a strawberry milkshake. Later on that day, Katie got the Aurora cone, but without a cone to make it gluten-free from Storybook Treats. And Ashley and I split the candied bacon skewer from Westward Ho. This was the perfect combination of salty and sweet, and also, who doesn't love a snack on a stick?
So far they've eaten lunch. They've already had dessert after lunch. They're getting snacks that include ice cream and candied bacon. And there's more snacks.
Can I tell you what sticks in my craw real quick here?
What's that?
I have a friend that is has a legitimate gluten allergy. I know it's a thing like some people just say.
Yeah.
But she has to check, if we're going to a restaurant, she calls ahead to make sure they have actual items she can eat and stuff. And it is very limiting. I don't think you're if you have a real gluten allergy, I don't think you're putting down burgers and fries and all this shit.
Yeah.
The idea of her saying it's a gluten-free meal is a little crazy.
Yeah. I mean, okay, cut out gluten. I'm sure that's a good thing. I've heard negative things about gluten, but also cut out carbs and cut out.
That's what I mean. I think in general, if you actually cut out gluten, I think I don't know if you're ballooning to this size.
Right. It'd be difficult. It'd be hard to do.
Salty and sweet, and also, who doesn't love a snack on a stick? Before we left the park, we were thirsty for ice cream, so Katie headed over to Aloha Isle and got the coconut pineapple Dole Whip. Then Ashley and I headed over to the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. We each got the All-American Sundae, which is one of our favorite sweet treats in Magic Kingdom. If you're a fan of chocolate and peanut butter, then this is the ice cream for you.
What the fuck? So they eat lunch, they have snacks, they're eating bacon and ice, and then they're like, let's get Sundays now.
It's exhausting.
I know. I see. For me, and I get it. They're on vacation. For me, I'm like, well, that's going to be the end of me eating for the day. Then they go out for dinner after this.
Peanut butter, then this is the ice cream for you. When we got back to Saratoga Springs, we headed to the Artist Palette for dinner. Ashley and I both got the shrimp with green beans and mashed potatoes, which was pretty good for a quick service dinner. Katie got the chicken and rice bowl, but we accidentally forgot to record it. And then we ended our night in the hot tub.
Ugh. Gross.
Jesus. That's a comfortable hot tub.
What's going on in that hot tub? I can only
This
imagine.
makes me feel like I'm eating light. I'm looking at my plate going, I'm not doing so bad.
Yeah, I literally had 0 portions of ice cream as snacks today.
Jesus Christ. And as a fat man myself, you don't do this you don't brag about this. If someone's like, hey, what'd you eat today? You're like, nothing. It's crazy. I just didn't eat anything.
Yeah, I just wasn't.
You shame eat in private.
I was just too busy. I just, I forgot about lunch altogether.
Exactly.
And the fact that these women are showing us why they're so fat. Again, we need shame. I'm introducing this concept for the obese community. We need a month of shame.
It's understandable. It can be very hurtful at times, but I think there are certain. At least don't be proud of it. Have a little.
That's the problem.
A little dignity.
There's too much pride going on. Is the problem? Well, then someone posted this in our Discord. There's people making fun of these women. It's a short video, but I think it's kind of funny. They're just like at a Target or something.
Have you ever wondered if you fit in a baby crib? Hi, we're the Plus Size Park Hoppers. We raise from sizes 2X to 5X, and we're here at Target to see if we can fit in the baby crib.
It's kind of quiet, but just kind of fun. They've obviously watched those videos a lot.
That is fun.
All right, moving on. I want to talk about one of my good buddies.
Opie Radio. The Opie Radio.
isn't Opie the hero you're talking about, is it?
Oh, it sure is, Mike.
Local hero, Greg Hughes?
He can't get away from it. That's all anyone's talking about in his neighborhood. He goes out to the beach. He's just like, can you just leave me alone? They're like, no. I need a selfie. I want an autograph.
I just want to live my life. I never would have saved those kids if I knew.
It's so insane. You're going to like this. So Opie is still active on his TikTok. He's always updating it every day with new stuff. And you're going to like this one. He just posted this morning, actually. Brand new Opie TikTok. And this is sound humor, which I imagine you blind guys really enjoy. Yeah.
All of a sudden, can you hand me the press pump? And you're watching something on Netflix, and all you hear is You look over. You don't look over. Look, we got younger people in here. You're gonna have kids eventually. When the wife grabs the breast pump during your Netflix program, do not look over when you hear the
Jesus Christ.
What I love about Opie is that I could have found that portion of his show and pulled that clip and played it on WATP and been like, this guy thinks this is funny or entertaining. I didn't. Opie found that clip.
He does it for you. It's
and
very
posted
generous.
it on TikTok. Like, this is the highlight from my stream this morning.
It's
Pretty
it's an insult to his audience because it's the equivalent of jingling keys at them. It's like, aren't these funny noises I'm making? I remember a couple weeks ago, I played a clip on my program that was it was like 30 seconds, and it wasn't as extreme as that, which is almost more interesting because it's just him talking. And in that 30 seconds, he does 5-6 different voices.
Yep.
He's like, so I'm going to the store, and I gotta fix my AC, and now he does 5 or 6 different accents and affects on his voice, and I guess that's like what he's got as humor.
It's what he's become.
He's a voice guy.
He was never this guy on Opie and Anthony.
No,
he never did this.
Which like it's actually is.
All right, shut up, Opie. You were saying, Mike?
But it's not even being a voice guy like Michael Winslow or Rich Little or anyone. Like, it's not using his voice in an interesting way. It's the equivalent of banging the keys on a fucking piano.
A good. He thinks he is being Michael Winslow on this. All right. Well, this one is entitled "The Time I Looked the Dalai Lama in the Eyes at the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta."
Okay.
All right.
He's been big on this lately.
Big on what?
This idea that like we're all humans, even celebrities. Even because there's another clip I saw of him where he's like, I think you talked about it yesterday, where like he has to pay his AC guy $9,000, so he's like, wait a couple days, I have to move money around.
Yes.
And he keeps using the phrase, he's like, see, I'm just like you.
I'm just like you guys. I don't have money in the bank to
Even
pay
though
for
I'm
things.
and he does it here where he's like, the Dalai Lama, he's just like us. He shits and he scratches his ass or whatever the fuck he's talking about here.
I got a note from a guy who knows Opie pretty well, and no, it's not E-Rock who's in the chat right now.
Okay.
Who suggested, because I said, Opie doesn't get a paycheck. Why does he need a few days to put the money in his checking account?
Yeah.
Either he's transferring it from another account, or was he selling off real estate, or he's going on eBay and selling shit? I don't know. But this person who knows Opie very well said it's very possible that he has to transfer from his 401k, and that would take a few days to do. So he's dipping into his retirement account. It sounds like it's possible.
That makes sense because I was gonna say, like, I guess if you're like selling stocks or something, but Opie doesn't seem like a day trader to me.
No, I think he would talk about that.
Yeah.
If he were. All right.
That makes sense.
The crazy thing about this video that I just played for you, aside from the music he puts, the music bed he puts on it, is the comment underneath. There's a comment from Tammy Pescatelli.
Oh.
And she writes, and tells a little boy to suck his tongue. Remember the Dalai Lama when he did that creepy, weird thing? And I don't care about the comment. I care about the commenter. What is Tammy doing on TikTok? Watching Opie clips. I'm trying to get some juice off of Opie. Oh, people are probably watching this Opie clip. I better comment on that. People can find out that I'm on TikTok.
They are equally relevant. It is the perfect place to have found her, I guess.
I will tell you, I didn't know she was on TikTok. And I did click into it, and I started watching clips, and I'm like, I feel bad. I'm not even going to make fun of her. she's just trying to still be a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, Opie loves to comment on the news of the day. And Sydney Sweeney, all over the news for weeks now.
Oh, yeah, that horrible bitch.
This horrible eugenics promoting Nazi.
Yeah.
Who's talking about
it's not
American
just a fucking
Eagle.
pun. It's something much deeper than that.
American Eagle advertising campaign. And I've heard a lot of people weigh in on this, but what I want to hear is Opie's hot take on this.
Please.
I'm sure he's going to have a different perspective that none of us thought of.
Wow, we got some controversy, don't we, with the Sydney Sweeney? She's
Enough
the one
with
with
music.
the nice rack.
Like Opie, like you said, jingling keys. He thinks that it's a TikTok is for younger people. She's just like, there's a spaceship in the background as he's doing this, and there's this fucking music.
But it's the same. It's like he found that song and was like, finally, perfect.
Yeah,
Just what I need.
Perfect for my comedy. All right, sorry. Trying to get distracted by the stupid music. Let's hear what he has to say.
We got. Podcast. You know, I don't really like what's going on in this commercial. Sydney Sweeney said I got good genes, and I think that means that there's only one type of human being that is considered beautiful, and that's blonde hair and blue eyes. I don't like this. Shut it. I didn't even think twice about it. When I saw the commercial, I thought she was talking about her boobies.
Jesus Christ.
He talks about women like a tween.
He has done that. That is a thing. There's a lot of new things that Opie does that are annoying, but that's one that he's done since the Opie and Anthony show, where it's like, I'm about to say something. Anthony, can I even say that? Her. And like, if done subtly, maybe it could be funny, but it is just another sledgehammer to the back of the fucking head. Where oh, he's about to tell a joke. We got it. He's just going to say boobies.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, okay, we get it. We get it, Opie. Yeah, she has very big boobs. That is true.
Boobies, yes.
But I did like the silly voice when he was doing the impression of the person who wasn't happy about the commercial. Because that was like an extended silly voice.
And man, when that music stopped, that's when you know he was really saying something.
And that's how you know that he's like, this is the funny part. I don't want to mess with this part.
Yes.
This is what people are tuning in for sure. Well, the next TikTok he put out after this one, he's talking to Ron the waiter about Sydney Sweeney.
Jesus.
And I got to think he's going to do a better job with this topic than Opie just did. Opie didn't say anything.
I'm just glad there'll be no more annoying voices in these clips. That's exciting.
Oh, actually, no. I'm not familiar with the Boston accent. It's pretty annoying. You probably don't hear it very often, but it kind of sucks. But yeah, Ron the waiter, he must be better informed, or he's a comic. He's probably got a better angle than what Opie just tried to do.
What do you think of the Sydney Sweeney controversy? My God, are you triggered by that? No,
I'm sorry. I have to pause it. This fucking music. I'm sure he looks up like joke music or.
Can I tell you, it's not even that
silly.
deep. I don't know how often you've posted on TikTok. It's the most basic thing you can do. Like, these are the songs that I bet come up first as options to post. I don't think he does any searching.
Okay.
I think he scrolls and these are within the first 10 options of popular shit that's playing right now or something.
What do you think of the Sydney Sweeney controversy? My God, are you triggered by that? No, I guess you're not triggered. Who the hell's triggered by this? So I can avoid them.
Is that the girl that's engaged to the quarterback from the Buffalo Bills?
God, no, man, you're just out of touch.
Yes, I'm out of touch with fucking teenage pop culture.
No, she's not a teenager. You should know who Sydney Sweeney is because she has beautiful cans. I don't think her acting matches her cans, but who the F cares?
Whose acting matches their cans? How would that even work?
Well, I like I'm sure Opie has really watched what's the fucking show Sydney Sweeney's on?
Well, she was on White Lotus season 1.
She was on that. The other one about the high schoolers. I'm sure Opie has watched all of these and really examined her acting chops. He has no fucking idea.
He has no idea what he's talking about. But Ron couldn't be less informed. He doesn't even know Josh Allen's name. Oh, that's the one marrying the quarterback.
He's thinking of Haley Steinfeld, right?
He's a fucking idiot.
Not even close.
He's so stupid.
We're going to change it. Sydney Sweeney has fun bags.
Oh, okay.
And I thought the American Eagle ads with Sydney Sweeney saying, I got good genes, I truly thought she was hinting that she has great fun bags.
Her feed bags?
Feed bags. You don't like girls.
Feed bags? He's even worse than Opie when he's talking about boobs.
I'm going to defend Ron here.
Please.
Is that so much worse that you had to stop everything and go, Ron, you don't get comedy. Fun bags was much funnier.
I don't know. I don't understand why this guy's a co-host on Opie's show. And then Opie is like the worst friend ever. We know Ron's not invited out to his house in the Hamptons. I'm sure Ron would love to get the invite. He does not.
Yeah.
He sleeps in the grossest apartment on the most disgusting looking mattress anyone's ever seen. He showed it to us. And not only is Opie not like inviting Ron out to the house, he's picking this video clip to put up on his TikTok where Ron had no idea what he was talking about. And you don't see the visual, but he put a clown face over Ron's face.
Well, and you know what? I'll say, which is fine. I actually don't have a problem with it. The only problem I have with that is that Opie will do that. Like Ron's a whack packer or whatever, which is fine, whatever. But then Opie will have a genuine conversation with his man about Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, so Ron, what do you think is going on in the Middle East? And then Ron will make a point and Opie will go, oh, okay, interesting. Like he'll have a serious conversation with him. It's like, what is this man to you? Is he your co-host or is he a goofball that you make fun of? Pick one.
And all Ron wants to do is talk politics. Ron is this guy who watches a lot of liberal political talk shows and things and thinks he has all the talking points and all the answers. And so when Opie opens up that door, he is jumping through it, which is a terrible idea for his live stream in the morning.
Maybe this is why Opie was so upset that Anthony never saw his house. He's like, Anthony never even saw my apartment. Opie's like, this is the guy who wants to see why am I stuck with Ron the waiter? These are the people that want to come to my house.
Right, yes. Could have been worse, I guess, Opie. All right, I want to move on to a new character around these parts. We were calling him Virtue Zaddy.
When you say we, I don't think I ever contributed to that.
Good. That was Casey Day's pick, Virtue Zaddy.
Yeah.
Well, we had a voicemail I think we're going to hear in a little while, and my buddy Aaron also reached out and said, Woke Chad is better.
Okay.
We got Woke Dad and Woke Chad.
So that's not, I can get behind that.
Now, there's a guy in the Discord named Woke Bay who is very upset with me.
Oh, no.
Now, god damn it, Karl. Why you gotta fucking call everything woke dad, woke dick, woke this, man? I've been the woke bae for fucking like 10 years now, alright? 10 fucking years. And now everyone's taking my shit. I don't got a shtick anymore, man. I don't have a fucking shtick to go on anymore. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
You might have to rebrand there, woke bae. I'm sorry.
What, you stole from this man's persona?
You came up with woke dad. I had nothing to do. I don't know why he's mad at me.
You said we're gonna ruin some Discord guy's life, and I was like, well, I don't know what that means, but all right.
Holy shit! You know, between you and Keanu, just giving out all my private conversations on the air, I don't have to trust anymore. No friends.
Yeah.
All right. So our buddy Woke Chad went to a farmer's market and had an interaction with some gentlemen, and he's gonna tell us about it.
I was just at the farmer's market and these two guys were staring at me over the long tables of August veggies, and I looked up at them and they looked down, and then I was over at my favorite vendor getting some carrots, and there they were again staring at me, and this time our eyes met and I smiled and nodded, and so did they. And then I heard an "excuse me" behind me, and it was them, and I said yes, and they said, "We just want to say that we love your shirt," and I have on my "Do It Under a Rainbow."
Okay, so he's wearing a pink shirt, and it's got kind of a colorful graphic on it. It says, "Do it under a rainbow," and it's one of the islands of Hawaii.
Very similar to Woke Dad, where he's getting in a lot of fashion-based discussions.
Oh, the parallels don't end there, my friend.
Okay.
It's crazy how often strangers want to talk to this guy, and vice versa.
On my "Do It Under a Rainbow" Kauai shirt, and I said, "Oh, thank you." And they said, "Would you mind if we get a picture with you?" And I said, "No, that's fine." And they found a passerby to take the picture, and I stood between both of them, and they each put an arm around my waist, and they thanked the person for taking the picture. And then one of them said, "Do you mind if I ask a forward question?" And I said, "No, go ahead." And he said, "Are you gay?" And I laughed and I said, "Well, what do you think?" And the other one said, "Well, I hope so."
Everyone wants to fuck this guy. This is why he's woke Chad. Could you imagine just going to a farmer's market, minding your own business, buying some carrots, maybe an ear of corn, and guys just come up and just being like, "Hey, can I please suck your dick?" You're like, I appreciate the gesture, but...
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, what the hell? All right, so listen to the rest of this.
I said, "Well, I don't want to disappoint you on this lovely day, but generally," and he interrupted me and he said, "Do you mind if we tell people that you're gay?" I said, "No, not at all."
Wow.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to ask permission to tell people this guy's gay. I'm just going to do it.
What does that mean? Like
What does any of that mean?
need him on their team or something?
Are you gay? No, I'm not. Can we pretend you are?
To like
Sure.
pretend to who? Who's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Hey,
gonna tell people?
Is that guy you took a picture with gay?" Oh, you bet he is.
You bet he is. You want to know what his balls taste like? All right, man. I trust you. I'm sure you totally sucked his balls. Good for you.
Here is a Daniel Alexander difference, though. That as woke as old Dan is, if posed with that question, "What are you, nuts?"
Yeah.
"I'm slamming gas all the time, baby. I'm hetero."
All right. He, similar to Dan, he's just sitting in a cafe, minding his own business, working on his computer, when he overhears a conversation, and he remembers every part of it.
Oh, good.
Can't wait to tell us this.
Thank goodness.
A couple walked into the cafe where I was doing computer work this morning, and there's a bell on the door that signals everyone's arrival, so everybody looked up, and they were a young, athletic couple, and they looked like they'd just been doing some young, athletic things, and they sat at the table right next to me, and the menus are on the table at this joint, and he picked it up, and as soon as he did, she picked up the butter knife and starts pushing on the back of his menu, and it's getting closer to his face, and he moves it out of the way, and he says, "Knock it off." And they ordered some scones and some coffee drinks, and he got about 2/3 of the way done with his scone, and he stood up and he said to her, "Can you make sure the waitress doesn't take that away? I'm not done with it." And she nodded. And as soon as he was out of sight, she looked at me and she goes, and she took his plate and put it on the chair next to her, out of view of the table. And he came back out and he says, "Hey, where's my scone? What happened?" And she goes, "I don't know." And she just let it hang there in the air for about 15 seconds, and he's looking around, and then she picks it up off the chair and puts it back on the table, and he just shakes his head. And they were quiet for a while, and then she slaps her hand on the table and she says, "So, are you going to introduce me to your parents this weekend?" And he kind of rolls his eyes and he says, "No, not yet." And she says,
Are you hearing all this?
He says, "You know,
this is what I mean. These people are sitting next to him. All he's doing is eavesdropping.
He's the world's quietest diner.
This guy's just listening to every element of their conversation. And yeah, listen to where this is going.
To your parents this weekend?" And he kind of rolls his eyes and he says, "No, not yet." And she said, "Well, why not?" He says, "You know, I like to take things slow." And she goes, "Oh, I know. I went for a jog with you this morning."
Oh,
this dude has a handful.
that's the story?
That's the story, Mike.
What about the hidden pie or whatever the fuck he had?
If any of this actually happened, who could possibly care?
Oh.
Like, if you're going to make up a story, like, make it interesting. Have a...
Make it a race war, a left versus right, like our guy Dan.
Of course, yeah. Make it so that you're, like, hugging children in a Walmart or something.
Give it some oomph. You're being assaulted in a Walmart bathroom.
That scone gag was pretty good, though, where she hid the scone on the guy, and she's like, I don't know where it went.
Classic. He's got a creepy voice, too.
I know, he's a creep. And I'm surprised she didn't just play, like, Got Your Nose with him after that. Like, I can't think of a more boring anecdote than what happened to this guy at this cafe.
If I went to the bathroom and specifically said, for some reason, to my girlfriend, hey, don't anyone touch my plate, which I would never even cross my mind.
Yeah.
But I come back, the plate is gone, and I go, what happened to it? And she's like, I don't know. I'd be like, what do you mean? I got to investigate this further. I'm not just going to bring up some conversation about your parents' house now. I'm going to be like, who sneakily stole my food and you didn't see them do it? This is crazy.
And by the way, that would be a funnier gag to pull on you.
Right, sure.
Because then you might be like feeling around for it and stuff and
it's here,
knocking over cups and things
Yeah.
like that. That'd be funny. But
Sure.
for this guy, he's just like, I told you to watch that. Now it's gone. So you put it somewhere, I guess. All right. One more from Woke Chad. He's at the grocery store. And at the grocery store, he has an interaction that he can't wait to tell us about.
I had only 3 items when I got to the checkout, and I noticed that the cashier had this measured look on her face, and she was going through the motions robotically with the 2 people in front of me, not making eye contact. And I thought, what is she thinking? Where does the mind go when you're sitting there all day during a shift with the beep, beep, beep over the scanner? And I got up there, and she said hello, and she didn't make eye contact. And I said hello, and she said, did you find everything you were looking for? And I said, yes. And she said, would you like a bag or a box for these things? And I said, I think I can just carry them. And she said, are you part of our rewards program? And I said, no. And she said, would you like to be part of the rewards program? Still no eye contact. And I said, no thanks. And she said, would you like to round up for the local food share? And I said, yes. And I said, how many questions do you think you ask in a week of work? And she looked at me and she said, I don't know. I said, I think it's about 142,000. And she gave like a little smirk and she said, would you like your receipt?
Do you want to fuck?
142,001. And her smirk got a little bigger. And I took my things and I moved to the side to put my card back in my wallet, and she had moved on to the next person. And he came in and she said, did you find everything you were looking for? And she turned and looked at me and I got a legit smile.
He fooled me. I really thought there was going to be a point. I thought I was going to go somewhere.
Oh my God.
That
These are
was
the worst stories.
These are the worst possible stories. Like, did she have big tits or something? Like, why do we care? What's the point of the story?
Well, first of all, much like Daniel, it also didn't happen. So we have to navigate that reality.
Of course not. Of course it didn't happen.
But if it did, the idea that that would be an interesting point of conversation. Like, you could do that about any job. Like, hey, how many of those reports do you write in a day? I bet a bunch. You know what I mean? Like, any job has that tedious element to it, I imagine. So this is not an interesting occurrence. Just something you made up.
And the big punchline was she smiled at him.
Yeah.
Wow, you're winning people over all over the place. Good job. Congratulations.
Let me get your numbers so I can get more of these little interactions.
Fucking weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, Joe Matarese is active on social media. And our buddy Joe has got a big show coming up.
Get amped, folks. If you're not excited already, it's going to get you in the mood.
I wonder what Joe...
That's right.
Be saying to yourself, I wonder what Joe Matarese is doing to prepare for his big show on Sunday night, which is tomorrow.
He's wearing a Delirious t-shirt to show what a comedy guy he is. He's got the Eddie Murphy, the Eddie Murphy t-shirt.
That's a hip relevant. Well, he's very 80s. He loves the 80s.
He does love the 80s. Those mixtapes and whatever the fuck.
Prepare for his big show on Sunday night, which is tomorrow in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. It's going
Eddie
to
Murphy going to be there?
Hold on a second. He just said something that doesn't make any sense at all. He said, I have a big show on Sunday.
Wow.
It's probably not that night, right?
It's the biggest Sunday show they've ever done. At that.
Yeah, I probably not a big show then if it's the Sunday show, but okay.
Batting cage. Remember how Rocky hit meat?
Enough.
And he was standing there with the wet freaking meat all over his hands. I hit balls. Let me show you right now.
Oh! Oh!
So he's just in a batting cage. We watch him hit 3 baseballs.
This guy doing comedy anywhere? I gotta run out and see that.
It's actually not that impressive to be able to hit baseballs coming in a batting cage.
Particularly just 3 of them.
Yeah, it's all the same pitch. They come right down the plate. It's not that difficult to do, but all right. Good job, Joe.
Get your tickets. JoeMatarese.com. Stone Harbor Squares Theater. 8/3. That's Sunday night at 9 p.m. All new material. My opener's Neil Wood. You've probably never seen him before either. Get ready, baby.
I know. This
Why
promotion
slam Neil Wood?
This promotion is so fucking bad. Let me back that up again. Listen to what he's telling you as far as the selling points.
You've probably never seen him before either. Get ready, baby. If I dip into an old bit, yell at me, because I'm going 1 hour, all new. Be there.
Get out of here.
Joe, he's doing a set of all unproven material.
Yeah.
All things he's never done before. We don't know if it's going to land or not. And the opener is someone we've never heard of. No one's ever heard of him.
I don't know why he buried poor Neil Wood that way, but I gotta say, all my Joe Matarese records are so worn out
That's
from
true.
listening to them over and over again.
You're going to know the old bits.
I was like, am I gonna hear the same horse shit I've listened to 1,000,000 times? And then he tells me he's doing all new stuff, and I say, what has that mind been working on? I gotta see what he's tinkering with right now.
Holy shit. He really is lost as far as his comedic voice or his character. He has no idea what he's doing anymore.
Poor Neil Wood.
But he knows that the really good comics develop a new hour every year or 2 years or whatever it is. So he has to act like, I'm developing my new hour.
Yeah, if he waited, 5 years to put out the next special, I think it'd be okay.
It'd be fine. Yeah.
I think it'd be all right.
You haven't burned your old material, Joe. None of us know it. It's perfect.
Unfortunately, I know mullets and mixtapes like the back of my hand, but I think I'm in the minority.
If I were to see Joe Matarese, and I did see Joe Matarese, he was not happy that I was there. But if I were to see Joe Matarese, I think I'd rather have a greatest hits version of it. Not the new album. I want to no, go back and find your best bits you've ever done. Make me laugh for a little bit.
Yeah. One night I'm doing my A material. The next night you could see, I'm a guy that people on the internet make fun of constantly. You can see stuff I'm working on.
Right. It's a terrible idea. Well, aside from promoting his huge show on a Sunday night, he also has this sketch comedy he's doing with this other guy.
He has loved the idea of being in sketches. He's worked on them in many different forms over the years. He kind of fancies himself a sketch comedy guy.
He does. And this is a doozy.
You are so lucky that you're with me today, because I'm going to get you some real Philadelphia food, all right?
By the way, the caption underneath this, just so you understand the context, Philly food names versus NYC.
Whoa.
If there's one thing Joe knows, it's how Philly is different from other places.
Joe, enough with Rocky, enough with Philly. It's not an interesting thing. They're not unique to you.
No one's interested in it.
You are so lucky that you're with me today, because I'm going to get you some real Philadelphia food, all right? First, we're going to go get hoagies.
What the fuck is a hoagie? You mean a sub?
No, it's not a sub. It's called a hoagie. Jeez, we got to go get water ice.
You guys don't know how to call anything.
It's called water ice.
No. What is a water ice? You mean an Italian ice? I don't understand why you guys got to mess up the names for fucking everything.
Then we're going to go to a really good Italian spot, all right? You got to taste the stuff there. They got the best gravy you've ever had.
Nah, all right. That's where I draw the line. It's sauce. It's not Thanksgiving time. It's not fucking gravy.
It's not sauce, dude. It's gravy. It's got meat in it. You know the meat? You throw it in there?
Fuck you. I'm out of here.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, I'm out of here.
Fuck
That's
you
what I
is
was
right,
thinking.
Joe.
That's what I was thinking too. If Joe's watching it, there's a good chance that he is. I think we've given him this advice before. The sketches have to end with a joke, with a punchline.
Fuck you, I'm out of here.
Fuck you, I'm out of here. And none of this makes sense. He's like, hey, you know what we're going to do today? We're going to go get a hoagie and then we're going to go eat pasta. Like, what? Why? Why would I eat a big sandwich and then have pasta?
That's a lot. It's exhausting.
Like a lot.
It's like a trip to Disney, I guess. But the thing about this is also like hoagie is a popular enough phrase.
Yeah, I know.
Like if you make fun of certain parts of the country, you'd be like, oh, what are you going to get a hoagie? It's not a good joke. It's not it's also nothing anyone would get mad at. Like I grew up in Western Mass and we referred to subs as grinders.
Okay.
And when I first said that out here, people were like, what's that? And I just went, oh, a sub. Sorry. There was never an interaction where they go, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? What is a, I don't know, grinder? What is that? Like, it's not a thing anyone can relate to.
Joe is so lost. He thinks that just referencing things that are familiar is good enough.
Right. Like someone in Philly is going to be like, oh, I know. I can never say hoagie or people verbally accost me.
Every fucking comic who comes to the Comedy at the Carlson here in Rochester references the garbage plate, which is our local cuisine. That's what we're known for.
Yeah.
And I roll my eyes every time. Like, that's not just knowing that we have a garbage plate is not a joke. It's not a punchline.
Well, if you go somewhere else and say, hey, do you guys have a garbage plate here? Do they punch you in the face and call you
yes,
a
they
little
get very upset. They don't ask a follow-up question.
Maybe there's some truth in this.
They just go, fuck you.
The sketch is like these guys are supposed to be friends, but he hears them what he calls a sandwich and he leaves them. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, dude, when he said Sunday gravy, that was too much. That was
it.
He went too far. All right, well, these guys are, as you pointed out, an electric duo.
They're a team. Yeah.
They're a team. And here's another sketch they did.
So going to these teen dance events, it's a little weird, dude.
Yeah, we used to go to this one place, Enchante, on Sundays, to this other one called California East. It was unbelievable.
How old are you, man?
I'm 57. Dude, we had like the best teen dances here.
It's a little weird, dude. Starting to think you're a chomo, dude. I'm out of here.
I did it when I was 15.
I know the mix is terrible, but you just stomped on the craziest part of this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Listen closely, because he's talking about going to teen dances when he was younger.
Please.
Teen dances here.
It's a little weird, dude. Starting to think you're a chomo, dude. I'm out of here.
I did it when I was 15.
Yeah, whatever, buddy.
Does Joe Matarese know what the word chomo means?
Oh, no, that's purposeful.
The guy goes, I'm starting to think you're a chomo.
Yeah. You're a
Which is
child
like
molester.
A convicted child molester.
Because when you were 15, you went to a place that other 15-year-olds went.
Why would that be the punchline of this? I'm starting to think you're a chomo. Joe, you're posting this on your TikTok. What are you doing?
The Law and Order music was unnecessary. In the other one, they didn't play It's Amore. Like, there was no reason for that.
It didn't help. None of it could help.
The theme of this comedy duo, this Stiller and Mira here, the idea is Joe says something. It could just be anything. It's like, hey, I went to dances when I was a kid, or I eat hoagies. And this other guy goes, what the fuck? I'm out of here.
Yeah, every time he just gets annoyed talking to him. It's like,
what the hell?
Later on that same day, they're just having another conversation somewhere.
Yeah, they've patched things up, yet this
Right.
guy is still angry that Joe is a little off.
Well, you and I both think that Joe's probably petering out his comedy career. It seems like when he does tours, it's really just all around Philadelphia. It's the only place he really plays, unless he wants to go to Florida with the family. He'll do a couple gigs down there. And you might think like, well, he's still trying to do the social media stuff, but it's not really catching on.
Yeah.
I have good news for you. What? Michael emailed this in to me just today. He saw Joe Matarese featured in the South Jersey local newspaper on page 14.
Jesus.
He's got an entire page. A little write-up on Joe Matarese. It says, Cherry Hills Joe Matarese is mining South Jersey for comedy gold. Is the headline of this piece.
Okay.
Now, Mike, I want to read a little bit of this to you because this cracks me up. This is the Joe that I know.
Yeah.
So he says, or he doesn't say, this is how the article starts off. When stand-up comedian Joe Matarese was asked about his fondest memory of growing up in South Jersey, the answer came quickly in full detail and without any uncertainty. My greatest memory was renting a one-bedroom apartment in Wildwood with 3 other guys I graduated high school with, Matarese says. That was Not only the greatest time as a young person, it was the greatest time of my life, Wildwood. 17 to 18 years old, I worked on the beach renting chairs. I did a video about it. The video the comic's referring to was a recent clip posted to his social media sites where he detailed the summer he and his friends spent working at the Jersey Shore, overcharging unsuspecting tourists on the rental fees for chairs and umbrellas and pocketing the difference in cash. And Joe says, that one really did well, he said of the video. I think because it was a scam. Everything that I did that was a scam, that almost was illegal, those are the videos that do the best. So even in print, the first thing he's talking about is his social media videos and what he's doing on social media.
And it's also like this one got 1,100 views as opposed to
600.
Yeah.
Right. They're not big numbers. It's ridiculous.
This one actually did well. And by the way, Joe, you don't have to say, if you're like, hey, this is something memorable that happened to me when I was younger, we know you've made a bit out of it. I can't imagine there's anything at this point that happened in the 80s that you haven't discussed to death. We got it. The 80s were a crazy time.
And I'm sure, I don't know what his publicist is that got him this amazing interview with the local newspaper.
He probably paid $100 or something. I don't
That's
think
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because the fact that the first thing is when he's asked about his fondest memory growing up in South Jersey, who would ask a question like that of a comic? He was on TV. Weren't you on television?
It'd be great if this guy, like if Joe paid for this interview and the guy's first question was like, so tell me about these porcelain documentaries. And Joe's like, oh, God.
Yeah, right. I did a little reresearch on you.
He's like a real journalist.
Right. What's your relationship with Artie Lang these days? Seem to get over on you a little bit. All right, we have Woke Dad coming up. But first,
Yay, super chats.
we want to thank the people who are supporting the show, participating in the show, interfering with the show, if you will. Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go and do that.
Karl and Mike, I can tolerate you guys making fun of my trans kids or being racist to marginalized communities. But I draw the line at having another woke cisgender male in this show. You better not make a super tip voice of that poser bearded douche or else.
Uh-oh. You just planted an idea.
If I can defend him a little bit, it's not, I don't even know that he's woke. Like, it's more that he's just kind of a douchebag with no interesting stories.
Well, I do think there's a virtue signaling that's going on.
Oh, there absolutely is, but it's less like, hey, look what a friend the LGBTQ community
That's
I
true.
am, and more like, I'm pretty cool, right? I say charming things to grocery store clerks and women at diners.
There was a video I watched today. I didn't pull it for our show, but he tells the story of going into a restaurant with his kids, and he has to pull out his readers to read the menu, and he's embarrassed. Yes, he needs readers to read the menu, and the server takes note of that. So the server on his receipt writes a little note on the back.
Of course.
In real small lettering. So he has to put his readers back on. And it was like, you look really good in those glasses. So he's getting hit on everywhere he goes.
A good way to describe both of these guys is like they have the mindset of like, what if everyone thought about me in every moment as much as I do? You know what I mean? Like, if everyone was thinking about him, then waitresses would be writing that on his check. But just that's not how life works.
Casey Day is in here. Like Virtue Zaddy, you say, Karl? That was the name he came up with. No, we're going with Woke Chad.
Virtue Zaddy.
He really does like that a lot.
I don't get it.
Go over to Hack Ride Studios on YouTube when we're done here. They have a show tonight. They're unboxing Riley or Eric or one of those.
They're doing some
Stern
unboxing.
Characters. They're definitely unboxing a Howard Stern whack packer.
Yes.
After this show is over. Silence Dogood coming in.
Ha ha! This guy's gay. I'm like, is there a point? Did she have big tits? Ha ha! Guy stuff. I'm totally not gay either.
Uh-oh. Making it too obvious. Stewie Felt coming in. What's the deal with old guys from the Northeast, Voss, Matarese, Rappaport, Joey C., dressing like they are playing 10th grade YMCA summer baseball? Is it just the Northeast?
Don't put Rich Voss in that category.
Whatnot Chaser coming in.
Jesus Christ. Just because I'm an enormous fag doesn't mean I'm gay.
He's very hetero.
Good point. Very good point.
Mike come to my art studio. I make a heck of a foot-long grinder, marinated with my special secret sauce.
Well, since you said it right, I guess I'll show up.
I bet it's not even 5 inches. Stewie felt, again, the comments on YouTube channels where someone cooks Italian dishes are ridiculous. Stop raping my culture, says Italian Americans.
He really is a blight on the Italian community, Joe Matarese.
Mm-hmm. Jay Loiter, isn't gluten just wheat? Yeah, I think that's true.
Something like that.
But it's in a lot of things.
Mhm.
Laziest Man on Mars, exact same cadence / tone in voice, mental illness. See, people are seeing the similarities between these two guys.
Oh, I definitely see similarities. My point is more, it doesn't hinge on, like, without politics, I don't think Daniel Alexander exists.
Right,
I don't
that's
think
true.
that's the case for Virtue Zaddy.
Woke Chad. Let's not get confused just because Hack Ride's here. No, Woke Chad, he doesn't have any trans children, obviously.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. That is the problem, yeah.
Laziest Man on Mars, home run, Chad. Home run. And says, say what you will regarding Chad, the man weaves a tale.
He certainly does. In a very creepy voice.
He is a weird storyteller, man. I don't understand why he feels the need to go over to TikTok and share these events that happen to him that are just kind of nothing.
Because they're so cool.
So Woke Dad hasn't been that active.
No, not at all, really.
We've been scaring him away, I think.
I heard you guys say that he posted once in the last 3 weeks or whatever. Last week, I think he posted the next day and then not since. Just one post the day after you guys talked about him.
Well, let's get into it.
Sitting in my mobile coffee shop,
making videos about my transvestite children for TikTok.
Now, there's some theories about why he hasn't been as active on TikTok going on in our Discord.
Oh.
And one of them is that, he's doing concessions. He's got a concession stand at the local ice rink.
Oh, that's right. Yes. He did
And he's
mention
building
that.
a kitchen.
I mean, get ready for 3 years of construction.
Yes, he was actually posting photos of 2x4s on his Facebook, of course.
He's not capable of this. He's tried it.
I don't know why you need to build a kitchen to... Anyway, and then here's some other posts that he's putting out as the Great Start Coffee Cart on Facebook. There's a photo of him falling over backwards within his mobile coffee cart, and it says, I'm so blown away by everyone's excitement that I think I'm going to start breakfast sandwiches in the coffee truck on Thursday.
Oh.
They'll be hot and ready to go. Let's see a raise of hands for anyone who thinks they may stop by, just so I plan ahead appropriately and make enough, LOL.
I'm a little confused. He's so blown away by the support that he's like, fine, I'll sell you breakfast sandwiches.
I don't understand either. None of this makes sense to me. And then he also needs you to pre-order them the day before. Be like, all right, Dan, just get one for me.
It's like if Apple was like, hey, you guys have been really good. We're going to start selling cases for these phones now. It's like,
Yeah,
what do you
cool.
mean? That's just it's your business model.
Right. Well, then after he actually got the breakfast sandwiches, he posted a pic of the breakfast sandwiches.
Yum.
And he wrote, fresh, hot, delicious, and first come, first serve. So hurry down and grab one before they're all gone. And when I tell you this is the saddest looking breakfast sandwich, if I went to a gas station and I was desperate for a breakfast sandwich, this is what I'd expect to get from there.
Well, I imagine there was a surplus. So you
I'm
still
wondering-
might have a chance.
I'm wondering if he did buy these at a gas station on his way into work or something. Like it's on an Egg McMuffin that's not even toasted, which I'm not a fan of.
Well, so this is in the coffee truck? I imagine it's not a full kitchen he's working with.
No, I don't think
So
he
you're
has any.
probably
of that
right. It
stuff.
might even be like those microwave Jimmy Dean's or something like that.
It's a Feg McNuffin, says Mel's. So anyway, that's what he's up to. And maybe the reason why we haven't seen much from him, but this is the most recent TikTok video.
If you're worried he's changed, this is an update.
All right, let's see what he's up to.
I just came across a post from someone I went to high school with, and let me tell you, this post blew my freaking mind. I must have looked at it like, It read something along the lines of, I will never understand those who have evidence all around them and still choose not to believe. And the post was about God, or Jesus, probably more specifically, because there was a cross.
Yeah, you saw something on the internet you disagreed with and you felt you needed to do a TikTok video about it. Like the rest of us scroll through and just go, okay, whatever. Moving on.
I have a buddy who grew up religious, and I remember like when we were young, like if there was some like amazing feat of humanity, he would say, I remember him saying something to the effect of like, "You're gonna tell me that came from a monkey?"
Right.
And I that phrase always stuck with me as interesting. I wouldn't say I wasn't like, what? What did you just say? Like, it's like, oh, that's a kind of an odd way to think, but my mind is not blown. Like to advertise it that way is disingenuous.
It's wildly disingenuous. And again, I don't know if his life is just this boring that the only thing he's had to post about for the last 2 weeks is seeing something on Facebook he disagreed with.
That was my theory. I didn't know about the breakfast truck.
Right.
But my theory was like, maybe he's just out of fucking bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Because this was boring.
This is terrible.
God, or Jesus, probably more specifically, because there was a cross in the post. And I couldn't help but laugh at it a little bit, and I started to type out a response to this, and my response was, it's funny that you say that, because I remember what you were posting about around COVID, and the context of this post is in contradiction to that. And I didn't actually hit that send button. Like, I didn't make the comment, I deleted it. It would have fallen on deaf ears. I know sometimes we're all really frustrated. We're just sitting here staring at the screen going, I can't believe you don't understand this. It's basic common sense. Well,
this has been pointed out before. What a raging narcissist this asshole is. To sit there and see a guy who's religious, who's got his views on things, and you sit there and go, you're definitely wrong and I'm definitely right. Yeah, he's too old for that kind of fucking behavior. He's in his 40s.
I used to say I was an atheist, and I kind of stopped because
Me
I was
too.
like, people that are like, I'm certain nothing happens when you die are just as crazy as the people that are like, I'm certain you go to heaven or hell.
I'm with you on that. I'm agnostic, but when you're in your 20s, you think you know everything, and this is how you behave. You're just like, you're fucking wrong, and I'll prove you wrong. This idiot not only is looking at a Facebook post from a rando and talking about how he's got it all figured out and this guy's a moron, he has to make a TikTok video about it. And he's praising himself for deleting his comment that he was going to send to him.
That's the other thing is like, this is a story about something that didn't happen.
Right.
And I know as someone like my laugh has been criticized. I'm sure yours as well.
Nope.
But at least we're laughing at something happening.
Right.
This asshole laughs at like himself not typing a message. He's like, and I almost says to the guy, I says, that's in contradiction with what he... Anyways, I didn't send it. But
Hilaria Baldwin's a better actor than this idiot.
You guys can imagine if I said that, right? How crazy that would be, right?
Right.
If you don't understand this, it's basic common sense. Well, clearly not everybody has the same level of common sense. So, if I can give you some advice, believe what you believe, care about the people that you care about. Try and put people first, not necessarily self, but like community as a whole. And you're going to be doing some good things. Not everybody's going to understand, but you're not fighting this battle alone. Hope you have a great day.
Wow, what a lesson.
Powerful.
I want to read some comments underneath this.
Oh.
Vegas Lizzie is great. My comment would have had something to do with Donald Trump and Epstein. But just like you, I would not have left the comment. Deaf ears for sure. So this guy writes something about how he thinks that he sees God in everything that's around him. And this woman's like, I would have talked about Trump and Epstein? Why? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you know, Epstein molested all those kids in the name of God. It was God's
No, he
plan.
did. No, he did. That's not the reason at all. It's for blackmail.
I'm misinformed, I guess.
And then Frank writes something funny. He goes, I've missed seeing you on here, Daniel.
Yeah, me too.
And was so glad to see you tonight. Peace, friend.
The hell does that mean?
Well, Frank is a big fan. He's looking for
Frank doing.
He's been scrolling through Dan's old posts like we have, looking for stuff that's interesting.
Interesting.
Needs new content.
I like the people in the comments celebrating, like, oh, this is what I would have posted but didn't. Like, I heard what you posted and didn't say. This is what I thought in my own head and didn't have the guts to say.
Imagine being this bored. I know how TikTok works. You just kind of watch the video, and then you watch the next one, and you watch the next one. Imagine being like, well, no, this one I have to pause on and write a comment.
And I never I'm not on Facebook anymore, but like if I was scrolling through and I saw a thing where a guy said, well, you can't tell me God doesn't exist. And another guy was like, what about masks? Like if I saw that conversation, I'd be like, oh, why are you two putting yourselves through this? I think it's worse to go on your own TikTok and go, here's a conversation I thought about having with a guy on Facebook.
Yeah. One that you would have lost respect for everyone if you were just scrolling through yourself and reading the comments.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite comment on this one is from Part-Time Moses, who says, you should have sent it. In all of these interactions, you've never lost an argument and not been able to convert someone into seeing the error of their ways.
That's a good point.
Have the day you deserve. There's a WATS fan right there.
I don't know. It's a little vague. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that guy's on our side when it comes to this.
He makes a good point, though.
All right, let's go back in the Wayback Machine to May 31st, 2023.
Yes.
A little over 2 years ago, and see what Dan was talking about back then.
I'd like to talk about logic real quick. I just had a man wearing glasses tell me that he wasn't cis. He was a natural man while he was wearing glasses. Exactly the way God made him.
The fuck is he talking about?
What the fuck is he talking about? Glasses don't change who you are.
So if I the text on my phone is big, I'm trans. Is that what he's saying?
I mean, it's just the glass reflects the light differently. So you can see a little bit better if you need to.
I don't get what the fuck he's talking about, and it oddly kind of denigrates trans people in a weird way, where it's like, I don't think any trans person would be like, well, so it's exactly like someone who needs glasses.
Right. You know, like you need eye correction. Well, yeah, so I need gender correction. That's,
I have cock correction, so I lop it off, just like someone with glasses.
Same kind of thing. Wow, he used to be really bad at this. He's gotten better at it, thank God.
Definitely, yeah.
That was very confusing logic. I'm not sure what he meant by that. All right, let's go back even further. March 12th, 2023. What's Dan talking about?
I made so many new friends this week, and I was not prepared for it.
Nice.
Honestly, most of the time when I make that many new friends all at the same time, I have to come on here and make a disclaimer like, hey guys,
I have to wash myself off.
This page is all about human rights. And
he's very concerned that he met some of the wrong types of friends. He has to explain what he's all about. Yeah. Make sure he's filtering out the baddies.
And we're like, hey guys, just so you know, this page is all about human rights, and if you don't believe in human rights, maybe this isn't the page for you. But most of these people who joined this week, they fully understand that, and they fully stand for that because they came because of this place, this art studio that
I've never heard him talk about like sex trafficking or slavery that happens in other nations, like human rights. I've never heard that discussed on the channel.
No, he just wants to give puberty blockers to children.
Yeah, that's all. Kids should be able to cut their tits off if they want.
Right, that's what he's into. Yeah. But you're right. There's probably bigger problems when it comes to human rights in this world.
Yeah, if you're a human rights lawyer, I think you've got bigger fish to fry.
Right. Or even an activist. You would, it'd be probably a little bit lower on the list.
They fully understand that, and they fully stand for that because they came because of this place, this art studio that I'm creating for marginalized communities, for people to feel safe. I've never been offered so much financial and physical help in my entire life, and I am so blown away. Now, if I'm being honest, a lot of people didn't know about this, but the only reason I even opened the financial support website was because I wanted to do a raffle.
Okay, so this is when he started his GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And
this is when, by the way?
This is March 12th, 2023.
2.5 years ago, he was working on this fucking art studio that's not done yet?
Correct. And he started collecting money to create it. And it sounds like he's over-explaining begging people for money. He's trying to justify it here. Listen to this. Let me back it up a little bit.
Our website was because I wanted to do a raffle. The raffle would give this place much needed funds, and then somebody would get to take home a piece of art that they really truly loved.
Who talks like that? A piece of art they really truly love. Really truly? Can you just say this an art piece they like?
I can have an original Alexander up on my wall? You mean it?
This is the worst part about this is that he's selling his own art. I mean, raffling his own art. And he's like, people are going to really, truly love these art pieces.
Oh my God. You could have so many gifted artists on your wall, but imagine having a Daniel Alexander for free. The shoe fits in your home.
Well, it's not free. You have to donate to the
right.
GoFundMe, which we'll get into. But listen, he compliments his art more before we end this video.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still doing that raffle. Honestly, I'm going to pull it on Tuesday when I have a chance to go live in the evening. I'm going to see everybody who's donated, and I'm going to go through that list. I'm going to put them in a hat, and somebody's going to get to choose a painting that they're going to love and cherish forever. So hopefully you can join me. And thank you, everybody, for your support. It really means the world to me.
Someone's going to get a piece of his art that, quote unquote, they'll love and cherish forever.
Cherish when they're going to the nursing home and they're cleaning everything up. Well, obviously we could throw this away, right? No, please. If anything, just take that.
I love and cherish that piece. It was a raffle. 2023.
My $20 made trans kids safe in an art studio in Western New York.
The way he talks is ridiculous. But also, starting a GoFundMe and then saying if you donate to this, your name will go into a hat and I'm going to raffle off something is illegal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it is. And listen, I'm not nitpicky. I don't care. Yeah. This is the thing that Aaron IMHOLTE used to do that Melton pointed out a bunch, is that they would have people donate to the show and then they'd have prize nights where they'd pick a random donation and send a prize out to them.
Yeah.
And I remember this was a couple of years ago, but Patrick was like alerting authorities about, like, well, we don't have to alert authorities.
Extreme,
yeah. I mean, whatever. It is illegal, but who cares? It's not a big deal. All right, so that was March 12th. Fast forward 3 days, and let's find out what happened. He did have this raffle.
And I was going to get their hands on that artwork.
The artwork that they love and cherish and that they really, truly love. Let's find out what ends up happening.
I get to witness one of the most incredible random acts of kindness today, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, but if we're being honest, I'm pretty lucky. I feel pretty lucky to be a vessel for this random act of kindness.
Someone give their home to a homeless person? I mean, this sounds...
What a spin we're about to see here. He's going to try and not get emotional when you hear this story, and you think, like, what? Did someone with cancer make their last dying wish? I need that art. It's the best art. It's going to cure my cancer. What could it be that was so uplifting?
At the end of this video, somebody's going to have a chance at a choice of painting, so hopefully you can stick around.
Nice.
For the sake of keeping a long story short, I started sharing about an art studio that I'm creating to create a safe space for a lot of marginalized communities. A lot of kids and adults that are just like my kids, members of the LGBTQI community, but also people with differing...
That's interesting. I picked up on this because I watch a lot of these types of videos.
Yeah.
He said children who are part of the LGBTQI community. And I've heard LGBT, I've heard LGBTQ, I've heard LGBTQIA, I've heard LGBTQIA+, I've heard LGBTQ+. I've never heard LGBTQI.
Well, he doesn't care for the A's.
It leaves off the A and the plus.
Yeah.
And the A, asexual. Who wants an asexual kid around? I want the ones that are horned up. I need some horned up kids around me. I don't want these A's around.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing to read into, but it is an interesting line for him to draw.
Isn't that odd that he cuts it off an I?
It's
I
unusual.
thought that was interesting. I thought it was unusual too. So, all right.
It's members of the LGBTQI community, but also people with differing abilities and people who just needed a safe space to be able to create access to a safe space.
Also, even boys with just like a nice ass. There's a lot of people we need in this art studio.
I need a lot of strong boys to help me build this art stuff. You're good with your hands. You know?
Athletic build I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't understand when I started to fundraise that that fundraiser was meant to be a raffle, and somebody was going to win a painting, their choice at a painting. People just donated because
nobody cares about his fucking paintings. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised too.
What raffle? I mean, no raffle. Here's money.
Can I just give you $3,000, Stan? Come on, don't put me in a raffle.
Painting, their choice at a painting. People just donated because they believed in me, and they believe in this space, and that means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yesterday I pulled the name for that raffle, somebody who was going to win a choice painting.
Sweet.
And you know what that person said? Because they donated privately, I reached out to them privately, and they said this was a random act of kindness, and as much as I love your paintings, I want to spread and pass on that random act of kindness. I didn't donate because I thought I was going to get anything in return.
He can't give his paintings away. Take the hint, Dad. You just told someone, hey, you donated $20. Listen, you actually won this raffle. You can have a painting. They're like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah,
Please,
if you're like, hey, there were a lot of words there. I'm a little confused. Let me translate. Dan said, hey, do you want my painting? And they're like, no, let's just keep it.
No,
good.
Not what I was looking for.
No thanks.
Remember how we started this video off? He's going to get teary-eyed at the kindness.
I'm going to try not to get emotional.
It's crazy.
So, they would like for me to share that painting of choice with a member of the LGBTQI community or a parent that's affirming to a child within that community.
Jesus.
So if you're somebody who falls within those categories, somebody who's a member of the LGBTQI community, or if you're a parent that's affirming to a child in the LGBTQI community, or if you know somebody who's a part of that community and you want to tag them here, I'm going to pick somebody at random from this comment section. Somebody's going to win that painting, a choice of whatever painting they want from my shop, and I'm going to mail it right to them.
So now to get all this exquisite art, all you got to do is go, I'm trans. Just give it to me.
We watched a video not that long ago. It was also one from the archive where Dan was like, hey, I'll tell you what, guys, put in the comments. You want me to draw a portrait of you? I'll do that. You know, yeah, you can commission me and I'll draw a portrait of you. And then the next video we watched was like, I don't know if you guys heard me or is this thing on? I didn't get any response about that.
I got to tell you, I've heard a lot about how all these trans kids that would be using this art studio have been marginalized and they feel unsafe out in the world and everything.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, circa, let's say like 1939, do you think people felt safe going to a rally? And if someone was like, hey, if you're Jewish, just raise your hand, leave your name here, and we're going to give you
That's a good
painting.
point.
We're going to give you a really cool paint. Just come on, show yourself.
Just get on this train. We're going to take you to an amusement park.
Daniel's
Anyone,
saying,
raise your hand. You can run on this train. It's free to ride. It's going to be so fun.
So Daniel's talking, it lives in this world where trans people are constantly harassed and bullied and beaten.
They're not safe. Right.
And then he's like, hey, just leave comments in identify yourselves in my comments and everything will be perfectly fine.
Let me read a comment from underneath this video because there were a lot of comments on this.
Good.
Akiva Kira says, my daughter Kai is 8 and is transgender. She is lucky to have an affirming family, but loves your posts because she sees another parent who supports. I have 2 problems with this. One, your 8-year-old is not transgender.
Well,
that's the first problem.
Oh, my problem is your 8-year-old doesn't appreciate great art. You think you would understand the Mona Lisa?
No. That's not the problem. The problem is your 8-year-old's not transgender, and B, why are they on TikTok? Why is there an 8-year-old who's a fan of the shoe fits on TikTok?
You think there's some bad parenting if you're like, hey, you're a boy, watch some Daniel Alexander videos?
Yes, I do. I think that's probably really bad parenting, if I had to guess. Anonymous coming in on supertip.gg/WATP. Karl is a dork with or without glasses.
Whoa. Hurtful.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
To a trans man.
Laziest man on Mars coming in.
Remember Mr. McGregor? Okay, now let's take a picture to remember the day we spilled the paint.
This part is hard to talk about. Woke detouched my pennies.
To remember the day we spilled the paint. I'll never forget that from Opie.
Greatest episodes of television ever made.
Yes. DeWired Christian. Daniel filmed this between the morning rush. Yeah. He's too busy in that coffee cart.
We did give him a lot of excuses. Where we're like, he's selling breakfast sandwiches now.
I know.
That's probably why he's so busy when he works between 8 to 10 a.m. or whatever it is.
It's 6 to 10. He works 4 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, he's probably got time to make another video.
I miss old Howard Stern. $5. I wear glasses. Do I have to go to the parades now? Yes. That is how that works.
You are trans.
We'll be watching for you there.
Do sunglasses count? I might be fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. All right, Mike. We got some voicemails. People are calling into the show. If you want to call into the show, go to whoarethese.com. That's where you find the phone number. And just let us know that it's for WATS.
I would just like to nominate Blind Mike Gary as my spirit animal. Bless you. I have listened back, and I'm going to continue listening back at least 10 more times. The road trip, his irritation, I love it, and I can feel it, I can sense it. I'm there with you. That is so fucking pissed about the 2-hour lunch break, 5 hours into a 20-hour drive.
Yeah.
I love fucking the math involved in that as well. He's got it planned out, and yeah, I agree, dude. But, pack a sandwich. You didn't pack a sandwich? Fine, you're going to go fucking hungry. We're not stopping 5 hours in to a 20-hour drive for a 2-hour lunch. That's the laws of 3. You're fucking brilliant. You guys are great. You guys are smart. You know what you're fucking doing. So many of these idiots out there don't. Comedy, laws of 3. That's why it's fucking funny. You broke the code. All right, safe travels. Love the programs, all of them. Everyone works very fucking hard. It's evident. Nobody does it better. Nobody has done this before. You're 100% original, and it is just fucking brilliant. Fucking biscuit gravy with gravy wheels. Love it.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Uncomfortably nice. I appreciate that.
Keep them under 45 seconds. I mean, you could praise Mike all you want.
I should do that all day.
No. We can praise Mike if you want, but let's keep it a little shorter than that.
One for Who Are These Socials. Karl, I liked the latest episode, and I missed Blind Mike. Initially disappointed there, but it was actually nice. We got to see something which Blind Mike never has, which is Blind Mike without his sunglasses on. Looking good, Mike. You don't need those sunglasses. Anyway, you really made me laugh, Karl, when you described one of the lolcows as being gayer than 8 guys blowing 9 guys. Mm-hmm. You see, if you just wanted to make the point that the guy was gay, you could say he's gayer than 8 guys blowing each other. That's definitely gayer than your 8 guys blowing 9 guys.
It's a David Tell joke, all right? I'm just going to throw it out there. The reason why I said that is because it's off of Skanks for the Memories, but thank you.
Because you see, what was funny about yours is that, and there are other ways this could work out, but one of those guys, you see, and the way you suggested, is blowing 2 guys at once, which therefore means there are 2 erect penises touching each other inside a guy's mouth, and that's very gay and actually quite funny as well. You see, I might have gone for 8 guys blowing 12 guys, because then it means that 4... Look, you can do the maths yourself, but great stuff anyway. And I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to shill for you, and I'm going to advise that everyone goes to thecreepoff.com this week and votes for you. Thank you.
Yes, vote for Karl at thecreepoff.com. I should mention, I brought it up earlier, we did an episode of Weight Watchers today with Vinny, Dick Masterson, Johnny the audio engineer, and Taylor from PKA, and that is on the Creep Off Patreon.
Oh, I was going to say, the way you said it, it sounded like a new podcast.
I know. I should have explained that. It's on Dick's Patreon. It's on the Creep Off Patreon.
Okay.
It's a crossover thing, but I think we're going to do more episodes of it.
Nice.
So get on the Creep Off, thecreepoff.com. Find a link to get on our Patreon and get the bonus stuff.
Hey, this is for WATS. Okay, name suggestion for Virtues. Oh, there's my radio. Suggestion for Virtues Daddy, Woke Chad. If you guys haven't come up with that already, I feel like that's a pretty obvious one, but Woke Chad.
All right. And so it is done. Begrudgingly, Hack Ride's thumbnail today. Woke Chad. Thank you.
Was there a big fight?
Well, not really. He was fine with it.
Hey, this is for WATS. The depressing song last week with the terrible piano.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put the bridge in the beginning of a depressing song, they might jump off of it. I'll talk to you later.
I see what you did there.
I liked it.
Somehow I missed that joke when we were talking about, he was explaining what a bridge was.
I enjoyed that.
Mike, so good to have you back this week, buddy. We missed you last week.
And you.
But you know what? I'm no dummy. I went, Mike's not here. I bet I can find other stuff he's doing if I go to blindmike.net.
That's right. I'm always with you if you think of it that way. You can become a member on Patreon or YouTube. Last week, we talked about Norm Macdonald on Dennis Miller. We're still doing Why You Laughing. We took the summer off from Why You Laughing, but not really. We've been posting episodes all summer just for members. So consider becoming a member. Going up tomorrow, a breakdown of Bill Burr's special Let It Go, back when he was funny, as you guys would say. It's a fun dichotomy because the other day I had to defend current Bill Burr against Craig and the MAGA right. I'm a liberal cuck. And you can see that on my channel, Blind Mike Project. We were live Tuesday this week. People really seem to enjoy Flop University, so shout out to them for filling in for me. And we'll be back live this Sunday at 10 a.m.
No comment. And yeah, if you want to check out WATP live, you can do that September 5th. It's a Friday night. We will be at the Villa Roma Resort in the Catskills in the great state of New York, not a far drive from the tri-state area. And we will be there with Anthony Cumia, Adam Bush, producer Chris, Lucy Typebox, Jenny, Missy, Chrissy. It's going to be the whole lineup. So come out to see us. WATPlive.com is where you can go to get those tickets.
Beautiful.
Mike?
Have the day you deserve.
Anyway, social media, I'll catch you later, man.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. They're like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Folks, what you were about to see is real.
With Karl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
Who's going to